Hey everyone, Stacy here. Welcome to my channel or welcome back. So today we're going to talk about the month of May and we're going to talk about the 4 areas of life that are going to be activated this month. And we have 3 lunations this month, which are very, very, very rare. So we're going to definitely be talking about that as well. Now, before I dive into all 12 signs, I just want to take a really quick opportunity to thank each and every one of you for liking my content, sharing out my content, and subscribing to my channel. I truly appreciate the love and the support. And of course, I'm sending that back to you tenfold. So thank you so much for that. And also just a reminder, these are general readings. I can't stress that enough. So I do not have your personal birth chart sitting in front of me. So always keep that in mind. Now in these videos and all of my videos on my YouTube channel here, I use a whole sign house system and I also use Western tropical astrology. So as always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Now, if you'd like to work with me one-on-one, check out the links in the description box below. I do actually utilize whole sign house system and also Placidus house system when I'm working with clients one-on-one, because I personally find those 2 house systems work the best or resonate the best for myself and also with my clients as well. And also, if you are a cuspy person or a late degree person, I would recommend you can watch for the next sign over. So for example, if you are a 25 degree to 29 degree Aries individual, for example, you can certainly watch for the Taurus horoscope, and I'm confident you'll be able to pull some nuggets of information from there as well. So I do recommend you watch for your rising sign. But again, I can appreciate not everyone knows their time of birth. That is usually the stickler when it comes to astrology readings. So that is okay. If you don't know your rising, just watch for your sun sign. And if you want to watch for other signs, or sorry, planets as well. I know some people like to watch for their moon, their Venus, their Mars. You know, again, knock yourself out as long as it doesn't confuse you though, because sometimes when you're watching for too many signs, next thing you know, you're watching for 6 different signs, 6 different horoscopes for the month ahead. So again, depending on your astrology level, you do you, knock yourself out. But again, I think sticking with your rising and your sun sign is perfectly fine, because that's how actually I tailor these videos, and all of my videos on my YouTube channel here are definitely tailored to the rising sign and the sun sign as well. And another reminder, timestamps are down below, so feel free to hop around as well. Okay, so some overall highlights for the month ahead. Now on the left-hand side of the screen there, I do have the mundane transits listed. I know some of you like those, so certainly take a screenshot or take some notes down and certainly add them to your calendar. One thing I keep forgetting each and every month is if you do follow me on social media. So I use Instagram and Facebook for now. I do post about the lunations every 2 weeks. I do post about the ingresses. I'm sticking to Mars and Venus for now, but if you want me to crack that open to when Mercury moves into new territory or the sun, I can certainly post about that as well. So I'm open to some feedback on what sort of you guys want to see on social media. I am working on shorts as well. I'm trying to get that out because that seems to be probably the new content. Do I think it's the best thing for us? The attention span of all of us is getting shorter and shorter, but hey, you know, I am working on those short videos as well versus this long form content that I produce for you every single month. So the mundane transits, I also am starting to cover off on Facebook and Instagram as well. Right now it's written form, but like I said, I'm slowly going to start turning to shorts. It's just easy come, easy go. It's not a light switch energy, right? So, because anyway, I just thought I'd kind of put that plug in there because it is something that I keep forgetting to remind everyone as I do these monthlies here. And actually, speaking of that, with Uranus newly moving into Gemini, so that was on April the 25th. We did talk about it last month, and again, check out the links in the description box below. I have way more videos down below. I also post about whenever the heavy hitters move into new territory. I post about that as well. So check out the links in the description box below. But some things I will talk about this month, like the conjunctions coming together with Uranus for the first time in Gemini. This is really going to shift the energy. So that is actually starting up this month. So when let me think here. So when Mercury and when the Sun, and we just had Venus conjunct Uranus. I guess it depends on when you're watching this video, but that happened at the end of April, or the last half of April, I should say, because it's not about the day with these conjunctions. It's not one and done. I find the energy is usually building, building, building. And I personally find the manifestation happens before the conjunction, but I've also seen it in clients' charts where the energy, yes, can manifest before and after, but it's usually not about the day, but it doesn't mean something can't happen on the day as well. So I'll definitely be posting about the Sun and Mercury. I already posted about Venus conjunct Uranus, and eventually I'll also post about Mars coming together with Uranus in the sign of Gemini, because again, this is taking us to a new level with the personal planets coming together with an outer collective planet. So these personal planets help us kind of lean into this energy that the outer planets bring to the surface. So definitely going to be posting about that. I love the month of May. I love the energy that May brings to the table. It's forward momentum. I would say all system. It's kind of like you're getting the green light this month to move forward with whatever you're looking for. Is it a move? Is it a job transition? Is it a business startup? Is it proposing? Whatever the case may be, it's all systems go this month. Yes, we do have Pluto retrograde. But again, Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, and even Jupiter for that matter, almost spend half of the year in retrograde energy anyway. So it's just a matter of, Pluto right now, actually, speaking of that, if you have anything around 5 degrees in your birth chart, Pluto is intimately working with you, intensely working with you on something, depending on the angle, if it's an asteroid, if it's a planet, or what house he is sitting in. So when he stations, he is very potent and powerful. So the retrograde energy is not always internalized. It can be a very potent time in all of our lives of kind of standing still and appreciating where we are, as we are, and how far we have come, and sort of planning those strategic next steps to take it to the next level of, again, whatever area of life that these planets are retrograding in. So again, really nice month of just getting stuff done. The lunations this month, again, very rare to have 3 lunations in a month. So I love it that right off the hop, we have a full moon. We close off the month with a full moon. Full moons are endings and culmination points. So something to keep in mind as well. And then of course, we'll talk about the new moon as well at the middle of the month there. So let's see here. What else did I want to chat about? Yes, the ingresses this month. Mercury is flying. Mercury is on cruise control. He is like hands off the wheel, full tilt, full bore. He is flying through Taurus this month, and he's going to be hopping into Gemini at the middle of the month. So he is just cruising along, and he functions very well in Gemini. So he will be very happy to reach and catch up to Uranus. And again, that conjunction, is that happening this month actually? Let's take a peek here. It must be. Yeah, it must be happening this month. I'm going to post about it. Yes, on May the 17th. There it is. I will be posting about that as well. So stay tuned for that post, because again, that's very incredibly electrifying, because Uranus is technically somewhat the higher octave of Mercury. So it's like the 2 great minds coming together in the sign of Gemini. So this is like intense, crazy energy coming into the Gemini area of your life. So I'm more than happy to talk about that. And then Mars, where is he right now? So yeah, he's still plugging along in Aries. And again, that's his home sign, one of his home signs. He also rules Scorpio as well. So he has been in Aries since April the 9th. He's going to be hopping into Taurus May the 18th. I love it. This is just, I don't know, my biased opinion, I think. I love it when Mars moves into an earth sign. I love, love, love it, because it's kind of like this is where rubber hits the road. No more talking, no more bullshitting, no more pie in the sky ideas. It's like, let's get our fingernails in the dirt and get shit done. But that could also just be part of my personality. So that's why I like Mars and Earth. And no, I do not have Mars in an earth sign. I have Mars in a fire sign. So it has nothing to do with that. But yes, I love it when Mars is moving into a earth sign, especially Taurus. It's going to make us go after what it is that we want when it comes to work, when it comes to money, and when it comes to, for some reason, I am also hearing humanitarian efforts, which is not really Taurus type of energy, but maybe it is groups of people coming together as a collective, doing something for the greater good, for example. And again, you're going to get a lot of traction with Mars finally moving into Taurus. No more blowing smoke, no more just starting a fire to start a fire. It's just, okay, let's finally get stuff done. And then the same day, again, I'm going to post about this as well. The exact same day, Venus moves into Cancer, and she has been in Gemini since April the 24th. And again, that's the day, I believe that's around the time she came together with Uranus in the sky. They're making that final connection, but in Taurus before they both sort of hopped into Gemini there. So again, a very unique opportunity with Mars and Venus, the two lovers of the sky, making a sextile to one another. So that's always good news. When the two lovers of the sky have sex with one another, so to speak, that's good news for all of us in more than one way. So again, I'll be posting about this. Look to your Taurus area of life and Cancer area of life. This is a really nice aspect with these two planets bringing us that opportunity. And keep in mind, sextiles are opportunities. This is where free will comes in. This is my opinion. Astrology only goes so far. We have to take those next steps, those big, bold moves, whatever the case may be, with regards to this energy coming in. How are we going to use this energy? It's not about the planets like Mars and Venus forcing us to do something. It's how are we going to utilize the opportunities that are going to pass us by around May the 18th, which is really nice energy connecting in with this new moon, this new opportunity that's coming into the Taurus area of your life as well. So we're going to talk about that too. And then last but not least, the sun is moving into Gemini as well on or around the 20th of the month. Also, this month might have a connection. Think back to November of 2025 and December of 2025. There might be a connection there from 6 months ago because of these lunations I'm looking at. So incredible energy coming in this month, you guys, very active. So we will definitely be diving into all 12 signs now. So just a reminder, watch for your rising sign. I think that would be the closest. But again, if you don't know your time of birth, I can appreciate that. Watch for your sun sign. And if you're a late degree person, or if you're born late in the season, or if you're a cuspy baby, certainly watch for the next sign over, because I am confident you'll be able to pull some nuggets of information that will help you for the month ahead. And again, 4 areas of life is what we're going to be covering off this month. Very active month ahead. So let's get into it. Hey Aries, welcome to May. Let's talk about the 4 areas of life that are being activated for you this month. Very busy month ahead, Aries. As I mentioned in the beginning of the video, all systems go, all green lights. Let's get going. Yes, Pluto is going retrograde this month, but big deal. Big deal. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, even Jupiter for that matter, they spend a long time in retrograde. Because they are the outer, slower moving planets. So, I mean, that's nothing new. But I guess if you do have anything around 0 to 5 degrees of Aries, Pluto is personally working with you, whether it's your rising, your sun, your moon, your Venus, your Mars, or, whatever you have at the beginning degrees of not only Aries, but I'd say anywhere in the birth chart. Yes, Pluto is standing still, so it could get intense this month, but I take it as, again, this is a sextile to you, Aries. So this is about taking advantage of those opportunities that Pluto's bringing to you from that 11th house, and how are you going to be transforming your circumstances, transforming your life, because this would be impacting your first house, coming in, benefits coming in, or again, ideas or transformation coming in from that 11th house, Aries. So anyway, let's get started on talking about your second house and third house, because as you can see, lots of concentration of energy in your first house, second house, third house, and fourth house for that matter. But we're going to focus in on where the sun is, because the sun always pours in light, heat, energy, and vitality wherever it goes. And I mean, Mars will be joining the party in your Taurus house middle of the month anyway. Mercury is just flying along, so he'll be spending half of the month in Taurus, the other half of the month in Gemini, and then Venus is also in Gemini as well, and then middle of the month she'll be hopping into Cancer for you. Dates are on the slide. Forgive me, I'm probably going to jump around because there's a lot to unpack here. So second house, money is definitely on your mind this month, Aries, or could be. Again, I'm going to throw out a bunch of examples. It doesn't mean that every single thing is going to be manifesting for you this month, but I'm hoping at least one thing can resonate with you here in these videos. So money, work, finances, resources, buying and selling. The second house is like material possessions, things that belong to you personally. The eighth house is more so about shared finances and resources, which is also highlighted this month. I'll get to that in a second. But the second house is personal to us. So are you buying and selling, Aries? Are you releasing things, selling things, letting go of things, consolidating debt, paying off debt, or going into debt? Maybe, you know, some of you getting a mortgage or, you know, whatever the case may be, investing in a business, investing in your retirement or whatever the case may be, property, things like that. Now, you also have a new moon here. So this is around the 16th of the month at 25 degrees of Taurus. So again, fresh new starts with work. Some of you, this has something to do with technology, which I'll get to when I chat about the third house here. But again, think material possessions, big or small. Second house is also can be like beauty treatments and stuff like that, like working on the face or the teeth. For example, maybe you're getting some work done on the face, the teeth, the neck, the jaw. That could be a possibility as well, Aries. Let's see here. New work opportunity. Yeah, that's what I was on a roll with. New work opportunities, new money opportunities, new ways to basically line your pockets, Aries. This is also in general a house that's affiliated or associated with your value system as well. But I find that usually doesn't get activated unless a heavy hitter is moving through here. So what I mean by that is like an outer planet. So Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, or Pluto for that matter. So value systems are housed in here, but I find they don't really take form with these quick short snapper transits like the Sun, Mercury, Mars, and a new moon or a new beginning, unless it is personally activating your chart in some way, shape, or form. So for example, if you have an angle at 25 degrees. But in a nutshell, new beginnings, new ways to earn income, or again, wrapping up debt or taking on new debt this month, which again, I'm not here to judge if what's good or what's bad. It's just that's the energy of the month ahead, Aries. Also heads up, spending a lot of money could be on the menu. So I don't know, everyone's financial circumstances are different, but I know when Mars transits the second house, it kind of, you know, burns a hole in our pocket, so to speak. And also with all this energy in the second house, it can also make us want to feel good, right? And what do we do when we feel good? We lavish our loved ones. We want to impress a romantic partner. We want to go on a big fancy trip. We want to like maybe live beyond our means. So that's just a plug here, Aries. Again, I'm not here to preach or to tell you what's right or wrong. It's just the energy is there, so you'll feel it. Yeah, you'll definitely feel it. Okay, now the third house is also being illuminated this month as well. And keep in mind, Uranus is newly in this area of life. I'm definitely going to post about it on my socials with the Sun and Mercury. We already had Venus conjunct Uranus, but I guess it depends on when you're watching this video. These new activations, Aries, is really going to take form in this third house. And the third house is pretty busy. So it is about the mind, more so the lower mind. Like think elementary school. It's like early childhood education, whereas the ninth house is more evolutionary educational pursuits or higher pursuits in education, like university or college, or upgrading our skill set. The third is more so that lower mind, how we digest and chew on information. And it's also how we articulate ourselves as well. Communication in general is in this house. So as I mentioned, technology, tech gadgets, upgrading your computers, upgrading your vehicles, by the way, Aries. I mean, you're going to have a new moon in this area next month. So if you do need to upgrade your transportation, whether it's, whatever it is, planes, trains, automobiles, a new set of sneakers, a new bike, a new e-bike, however it is that you get around, Aries, that could be on the menu this month, but I'm also thinking next month as well for you. Transportation in general is housed in this area of life. So if you work in this area, if you work in the transportation or hospitality industry, it's going to be extremely busy for you, not only this month and next month, but it's going to take a whole new turn with Uranus in here for the next 6 to 7 years, Aries. So something to keep in mind. Third house is also relatives, extended family members, and our siblings are housed in the third house, but also the 11th house as well, where Pluto is upstairs in your sky there as well. So siblings could be in focus this month, changes in their circumstances. Actually, your siblings, Aries, could be going through a little bit of a roller coaster ride over the next, again, 6 to 7 years with Uranus in this area of life, or relatives, like, hearing news of interesting scenarios coming out of the woodwork from a relative perspective as well. Social media, anything to do with the internet, short distance trips and traveling around. It's zipping around your local community, Aries. So that's kind of your third house in a nutshell. Also neighbors, neighborhoods. Did I mention that? Neighbors are also in here as well. So changes to the neighbors, changes to the neighborhood, maybe neighbors coming in. Sorry. Neighbors coming in, neighbors moving out. I'm already getting a crusty throat. That's great. So lots of busyness coming in for the month ahead, Aries. Now, the other two areas of life I'm going to hop to is the 2 full moons that we are having this month. Sorry, I got to take a drink, guys. Sorry. I'm not going to pause the video. Okay, your 8th house, 9th house. Endings, culmination points. We talked about that new moon, new energy, new fresh beginnings coming into that second area of life. 8th house, 9th house, this is endings, could be new beginnings as well, because you can't have an ending without a new beginning, and vice versa. Think back to November, December of 2025. Something could be wrapping up or culminating, or again, there's like some sort of next step that you have to take in these respective areas of life. 8th house, again, is a financial house, Aries. So we talked about finances connected to you personally. 8th house is finances connected to another person, or this could be something to do with how does money flow to you, Aries. That could be up for some change this month. Your partner's income, there could be some changes coming in this month as well. So if you're connected, marriage, common law, business, I don't know, does a parent support you? Do you get alimony? Do you get funding from the government? Things like that could be up for some change. Now, I'm not trying to instill panic. These are just examples I'm throwing out, Aries. So don't take them literally. Take them to, again, what resonates to your circumstances. Regardless, if you're on your own, so say you're single and you're on your own, this could be, again, just another highlight of changes with work, changes with your income stream. New income streams could be coming in this month too. Keep that in mind. With Mars and Mercury, and again, Venus has already come and gone from this area of life. So I was hoping she could bring in, or she already has brought in benefits. Savings accounts could be going through some changes. Your RSP, your 401k, your whatever your investments are. I can appreciate people invest in so many different things nowadays, and I'm far from a financial advisor. So I'm sure you catch my drift of anything to do with finances. How does money come to you could be up for some change. 8th house is also very transformational. So in general, big life changes, big life shifts. 8th house is psychological. It's also healing. It's connected to our health and well-being as well. The shadow side of life is also housed in the 8th house. Mundane stuff, taxes, debts, loans. What can't we run away from? It's death and taxes, right? I think that's an old line. That's an old joke. But that's, again, culmination point here. Maybe you're getting your tax refund. Maybe you're getting more money back than you anticipated. Maybe there's an unexpected bill that comes up. Again, or your partner get some sort of disruption with their income stream, and maybe they need to borrow from you or take out a loan from you, or maybe you need to support them for a little while they're going through this transition or change. That could be something as well. Intimacy, sexuality is also in the 8th house, so that could be coming up in some way, shape, or form. Keep in mind, this can also be very psychological, as I mentioned. Anything that bubbles up into your awareness is meant to be worked through. Reach out to the right practitioners, Aries. This is not the right month or not the right time to push energy down, because then it's going to come out and manifest in not so good ways. I'm thinking psychosomatic, so illnesses that we bring on ourselves. So if anything comes up from the past or from your past, because this is also the house of fear, power, control, work through those issues, my friends. It's just not worth it, I would say, in this day and age with all this wild energy and air and fire. We won't be able to hold or suppress too much anymore in our physical bodies, but that's just my 2 cents. Okay, last but not least, Aries, another full moon. So forgive me, the full moon in Scorpio is right off the hop, May the 1st, give or take, depending on where you are on the planet. There we go. And then we have a full moon in Sag at the end of May, at the end of the month. Again, some of you might experience this a day earlier, a day later, depending on where you are on the planet. I was going to say in the sky, on the planet. There we go. 9th house energy. Now, 9th house energy, Aries, makes a trine aspect to you. So if you have anything around 9 degrees, this is also highlighting something to do with your health and well-being, your vitality, how you're treating your body, your vessel, your relationships, and your work. Also, maybe mother, father, authority figures, something to do with them could be in the spotlight or up for some change or challenge as well. Even though it is a trine, sometimes it's not about you, it's about the people around you or the people that you support, for example, or the people that you work for at times as well. 9th house, religion, spirituality, law, legal matters, legal situations, immigration, citizenship, paperwork, all that fun stuff, crossing the border. Make sure that's tight knit, I would say, Aries, especially in all the weird stuff that's happening all over the planet. 9th house is higher education, as I mentioned. So your 3rd house and 9th house is definitely being highlighted this month. Going back to school, becoming the student again, or maybe you're becoming a teacher or the elder. I'm not calling you old, Aries. I mean, we could be an elder at any age, especially in this day and age, but you're teaching something, downloading information to something or someone. Long distance travel is also highlighted this month. So you have short distance and long distance travel possibly on the menu. Anything to do with international situations, business, love, foreign lands, foreign shores, people at a distance from you, Aries. And actually, I don't think I talked about love. So really quick, let's see. Venus. Yeah, I mean, if you are open to meeting someone new, Aries, it would be finding somebody around home, I'm going to say. Because Venus is at the bottom of your sky there. It doesn't mean you can't find love in any other circumstances. I would have to see your personal birth chart to see, what is your 7th house ruler and how is it being aspected right now? I would ask you. But yeah, love is not off the menu this month. It's just, the person might be local. So put yourself out there. Social networking events, community events, the farmers market, in your local vicinity is just really, really, really being highlighted this month. And when she comes into contact with Jupiter, that's not until next month though, there's the international connection. So again, it could be local or it could be somebody at a distance. But also Aries this month, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. I can see that could also be, I don't want to say put a little bit of pressure on you, but I guess it's all of this energy and fire and air is making us all uncomfortable. And it's asking all of us to take a leap of faith with something, on someone or something in at least one area of life, Aries. So I can see that's also on the menu this month. So don't be afraid to kind of take something greater, like reaching a higher, wider audience, I'm also thinking about as well. Otherwise, Aries, enjoy the month ahead. Take advantage of this energy. Really busy month ahead for each and every one of us. So enjoy, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey, Taurus, welcome to May, and happy birthday, Taurus, if you are celebrating a birthday this month, my friends. And what a birthday month to start off with. So even if you celebrated a birthday last month, this month, you are having your new moon this month, Taurus. So because it's happening in your sign at 25 degrees, if you have anything around 25 degrees, this will add an additional layer. So it would be setting your intentions. If it's your sun sign, it would be to do with your career. If it's your moon sign, it's home, family, foundation, security, something to do with pets. I'm hearing loud and clear something to do with pets, so I'll throw that out there as well. If it's your rising sign, it could be identity, something to do with changing the physicality of the body. With Uranus in your sign the last 7 years, Taurus, have you already gone over a transformation when it comes to your identity and your personality? I have no doubt that has completely changed over the last 6 to 7 years, my friends. So yes, I know some of you are very happy to have Uranus moving on and away from you. But anyway, make this new moon about you, Taurus. This is all about you. We usually only get one new moon a year. Sometimes we're lucky and we get two, but right in the middle of the month, give or take a day or two. I do have the dates on the slide. Forgive me. I'm going to be bouncing around here because there's a lot to unpack this month. So let's get started with you. I sort of gave you some examples with all this energy, especially Mars coming into your sign. I think you'll definitely feel this. I love Mars in the earth signs. It's like no more talking, no more bullshit, no more blah, 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 no more blowing smoke. Let's just get shit done. But that's also my personality. So I'm probably a little bit biased here, but I love Mars coming into your sign. I love all this energy in your first house. It's like, let's go, Taurus. And some of you are probably rolling your eyes. I don't know. Maybe you don't care. But anyway, maybe you're like, whatever. I'm just going to keep relaxing on the couch here and enjoying the sunshine and enjoying whatever, vacationing, or I don't know, maybe some of you are retired, right? So apply this to your circumstance, Taurus. But anyway, physical appearance, health and well-being. How are you taking care of your vessel, your body, my friends? This is also, first house touches every single area of life. If you've been following me for a while, I usually say this quite a bit. Anything that happens in the first house, or if the first house gets loaded up with energy like it is this month, it could technically ripple out to all areas of life. So this could be about your status, Taurus, and what I mean by that is, again, job changes, work changes, title changes. Maybe you go from common law to married to divorce, single to, single the last decade to finally, getting to know somebody new. That's what I mean by status changes. Or maybe you're a stay-at-home parent and that is your status. What does status mean to you? That could be up for some change or some challenge or some adjustments this month for the month ahead. And again, this is bleeding from last month as well. You would have had this energy in your first house as well. So maybe it's kind of a ongoing change that started last month and then you're kind of integrating those changes this month as well. Relationship changes, home dynamic changes, people coming and going, changes at the top of the food chain, depending on if you're an entrepreneur or if you work for yourself, maybe changes with clients, like how you're attracting clients, how you're marketing clients to you, or how do they find their way to you. Maybe some other things to think about as well, because I'm gonna be talking about the full moons as well that are kind of highlighting your customer access or your client access, but also your relationship access. So in love or in business, Taurus. So yeah, lots of energy in that first house. Take advantage of it. Like I mentioned, once Mars comes into your first house, that's around the middle of the month. That's where I feel like you're really going to start getting that momentum if you haven't felt it yet. Okay, so that's obviously not for all of you. So take what resonates and leave the rest, my friends. Okay, second house. So yes, Uranus is in your second house. check out the links in the description box below if you want to learn more about the outer planets moving into new territory. I always make separate videos about them because these monthlies, I really focus in on the lunations and also the sun, where the sun is sort of pouring in light, heat, energy, and the personal planets, of course. So second house, again, a jam-packed house. The sun and Mercury, we just had Venus conjunct Uranus, I guess depending on when you're watching this video. And I'll also post about on my socials Mars coming into contact with Uranus, because this is brand new energy coming into your second house that you have, depending on your age, some of you have never experienced this yet. Uranus takes about 80 years to go around the entire zodiac wheel. So this is brand new energy. And with all these personal planets slamming into Uranus, or I should say conjuncting Uranus, it just brings in way more intensity than what we could even anticipate. Plus it's Gemini, which is very quick, like quick energy as it is. So anyway, Taurus, if you feel kind of off kilter, if you feel jittery, anxious more than usual, if you just feel off, that's probably Uranus, and that's probably all, again, the sun. Once the sun moves in here, Mercury, Venus is already in here, depending on when you're watching this video. She does hop out middle of the month as well. But if you're feeling some sort of strangeness, like this electrical current under your skin, that's this energy sitting in Gemini, your second house. So again, this too shall pass. Your body will get used to this energy. You had Uranus in your first house, so I have a feeling some of you already understand the current that Uranus brings to the table. But depending on when what you're watching for, this might still be a part of your first house or your second house or whatever the case may be. Or if it's your sun sign, it could be in another entirely different house, for example. So, but I just thought I'd throw that out there because, yeah, Uranus, the first house, second house, you can really feel the outer planets physically in the human body. So I can appreciate that because I myself have gone through a lot of these outer planets through my first house. So I can attest to and appreciate the energy that they can sometimes bring that doctors can't explain, practitioners can't explain. And yeah, at times it can be rough to deal with this energy in your body. So I'm with you there, my friends. Okay, money, work, finances is going to be top of mind this month. That is your second house. Unique ways to earn a living, Taurus, is really going to be up for grabs for many, many, many years, but that's going to be activated this month, or downloads or thoughts or impressions of how you can change up your income stream. Work is going to get really technological for you if it hasn't already, or maybe some of you already work in the tech field. With Aquarius at the top of your sky, I have no doubt there's a ton of brilliant Taurians that are going to take this planet to the next level, thanks to your all your work houses are air signs, Taurus. So, and then you bring that grounded energy. So I absolutely love this. It's just off the chart when it comes to those of you that want to start a business or want to get into entrepreneurship or anything technological or out there, so to speak. Definitely, like I'm thinking NASA, I'm thinking like astronomy, astrology, something that probably I can't even articulate right now because it's just so unique and has its own niche, but it'll probably blow up in a good way many, many, many years down the road, and you're going to be ahead of the 8 ball, Taurus. That's kind of the way I look at it. Buying and selling, like the second house is personal material possessions to you, but you also have activations in your 8th house, my friends. So you could be dealing with your partner's income changes there, your income changes there, or there's some sort of dissection of your finances and resources, how you're using it, consolidating debt, buying and selling, releasing things that you don't need anymore, upgrading your technology, upgrading how you do business, basically, for those of you that own a business, run a business, or again, using AI or using technology in your current career to help you just make things easier on you, or better yourself in some way, shape, or form. Second house is also skills, talents, and abilities. So upgrading your skill set or thinking about that or thoughts about that. Early childhood education, learning something new could be top of mind this month as well. Taurus, I'm just throwing out examples, so hopefully, at least one or two things resonate with you here. Okay, let's jump to the 2 full moons. Forgive me, I know I'm jumping around. The dates are on the slide here. Give or take a day or two, depending on where you are on the planet, Taurus. Oh my God, it's going to be a long day. Now, 2 full moons this month. Very rare. But again, very intense energy of endings and new beginnings, a laser focus of endings and new beginnings in your 7th house of relationships and your another money house here for you, Taurus. So 7th house across the street from you. This is right off the hop on May the 1st. So this could manifest sooner, before the 1st of the month. This is all about relationships, all about your one-to-one connections, Taurus. This could be in love. This could be in business. This could be relationships with family, friends, loved ones, contracts, agreements, contracts wrapping up, projects wrapping up, and then you're stepping into something new. It could be something big, or it could be just something mundane. Again, these lunations are personal to you. Think back to November and December of 2025. Maybe something could be coming to a culmination point from that time that you started, and then it's wrapping up. Or again, you are possibly taking it to the next level. So if some of you started dating someone, I'm thinking, or chatting with someone, this could be about taking it to the next step with this person, right? Or making that decision. Do you want to continue the relationship, whether in love or in business, Taurus? So either or, those are just, again, some examples, but relationships are definitely in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. Or again, renegotiating something, renegotiating a salary, a commission, a bonus, readjusting your prices if you have clientele, because again, we talked about your clientele area of life is also being highlighted here, or the people that the 7th house is the people that we attract towards us, especially from a rising perspective. I've even seen it with sun signs too. So, I mean, it could be either or if you're watching for your sun or your rising. This is the energy that we project out there, and then this is the type of individuals we usually attract into our atmosphere in some way, shape, or form. So that is definitely being highlighted. Now, at the end of the month, on the 31st, again, give or take a day or two, we have a full moon in Sagittarius. Now, this one, Taurus, again, is in another financial area of life. So your finances are definitely in the spotlight this month. Thoughts of it, taking action on it. As I mentioned, consolidating debt. For those of you that are in a partnership, in business or in love, there could be changes to their income. Changes to, I'm hearing something about value system as well, which is connected to the 2nd house. That's actually a good reminder. A value system probably will go through an overhaul, Taurus. It's just getting started though with Uranus in here. Anyway, I don't want to go down forgive me. I don't want to go down the rabbit hole with that because I'm trying to keep these videos short, sweet, to the point. But value system could be up for an overhaul. But again, is it going to happen this month? Maybe, maybe not. Usually that happens over many, many, many years. But regardless, partner's income could be going through some changes. How you earn a living could be going through some changes, or you might need to look at new ways to earn money. Again, new working arrangements, raising your prices, or looking at your pricing structure, introducing new ways of payment, or how people can pay you, or again, side hustle money, extra income. If you get money from the government or alimony, or if a partner supports you, again, that could be going through some change this month, or it's in the spotlight for some reason, like something is coming up for a reason, Taurus. 8th house is also deep psychological healing and change. So power dynamics could be highlighted this month. And also, Taurus, if anything comes up, like this is deep psychological, I'm thinking power, fear, control. If any of that comes, like the past, trauma, like the eighth house is kind of sticky and it's dark. It can get gloomy at times. So with this energy coming up in a full moon, don't be surprised if some of these strange thoughts kind of creep into your mind and you think to yourself, man, I haven't thought about that in years and years and years. Why is that coming up now? Why is this person triggering me? What is going on here? That's that full moon energy. So something is being illuminated, something is being brought into your awareness. My encouragement is to work with the right practitioner to get it out of your body, out of your soul. This is shadow work as well, for those of you that are interested. We're in the day and age where we cannot push stuff down anymore. We just can't. We have so much fire and air energy, Taurus. I really am encouraging all the signs, especially 8th house, 12th house, 4th house activations, to get it up and out of the body and the soul once and for all. Do what it takes, because trust me, it's going to, first of all, make you feel lighter energetically, and it'll help you just move on. But anyway, I'll get off my soapbox about that, Taurus. I'm just very passionate about that. Even if it's baby steps, my friends, like we're still working on ourselves when we're 101 years old, okay? Like this isn't a perfect existence. I can appreciate that. So it's easier said than done, but it's just another plug, just another reminder to take care of, yes, your physical vessel this month, Taurus, but also your mental, your spirituality, religion, your belief systems. Lean on whatever it takes to help you get through any sort of gunk that comes up this month or triggers that might come up this month. I'm not saying they will for all of you, because this would have to be your true 8th house, Taurus. So 8th house is also sexuality, intimacy, property, inheritance, wills, yours or other people. And again, those shared debts, taxes, debts, loans, things that we can't evade, Taurus, lie in the 8th house. So what's that joke? What's that saying? Death and taxes. We can't run away from death and taxes until we die. Or something along those lines. I'm probably botching it. But anyway, Taurus, that's all I wanted to talk about this month. Busy, busy, busy month ahead. Take advantage of this energy if you're able to. Apply at least a couple things that I mentioned to your circumstance, and enjoy the month ahead, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey Gemini, welcome to May, and let's break down the month ahead for you. And if you're celebrating a birthday this month, Gemini, I want to wish you a happy birthday, a wonderful day ahead, but not only that, a fantastic year ahead as well. So let's break down the 4 areas of life, Gemini. Now, very busy, very active month ahead. So my encouragement for each and every sign is to take advantage of these opportunities for the month ahead. Any big launches, Gemini, any big moves, any big pivots, any big, putting yourself out there, risk taking, definitely a really nice month ahead to do that. Because again, we only have Pluto retrograde in the sky at the moment anyway. So May is a green light month, Gemini. But anyway, let's start with where the sun is transiting this month. So he is, I guess, depending on when you're watching this video, the sun is still in Taurus, and Mercury will be moving from Aries into Taurus as well. Now, this is your hidden 12th house, and you also have a fresh new beginning this month, Gemini. Now, forgive me, I am going to be bouncing around here. All the dates are on the slide here with the full moon and the new moon, and also the ingressions of Mercury, Venus, and Mars as well. But they are still tightly pretty packed together and moving along in the sky together, which is nice, and it really emphasizes these multiple areas of life that I'm going to be covering off here. So 12th house, kind of a quieter energy. So again, Gemini, depending on if this is your true 12th house, all of you are going to experience this a little bit differently. Some of you maybe have low energy or continue to have low energy as we start the month of May. That is going to change once the sun touches your Gemini horizon, so to speak. I'm thinking of the rising sign. As soon as the sun pours in that light heat energy into the rising sign, usually it's kind of like, okay, time to wake up. So anyway, Gemini, preparing for a brand new cycle could be on your mind or thoughts about that. It's sort of like The ultimate endings and new beginnings is the 12th house. Also, I'm hearing rumination. Are you ruminating on something? Am I saying that right? Rumination. It's like you're rolling around a lot of ideas in your brain, and it's kind of like, what are my next steps? I mean, with Uranus newly in your sign, Gemini, this is quite a lot to get used to from an energetic perspective. Because yeah, Uranus is going to completely change the dynamics, even like the physical structures of the body are going through possibly a lot of change as well. Your identity could really go through a lot of shifts and changes. But energetically, under the surface, it's like feeling an electrical current under your skin. It's like right there, but you can't quite put your finger on it. Your body will get used to this. I'm not Debbie Downing this energy, by the way, folks. I have gone through Uranus in my first house. It was quite a few years ago, but still, it completely changed my personality. Let's just put it that way, to say the least. That's just one thing, one very simple example. But Uranus is a game changer. All of these outer planets are game-changing energy, and you, Gemini, are fortunate because Saturn and Neptune and Pluto and eventually Jupiter will be supporting all of this incredible energy pouring into your sign. It's going to be making connections in the sky, kite, cradle type of energy, Gemini. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. 12th house. Let's go back to the 12th house. Focus, Stacy, focus. 12th house is awakenings. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, psychologically. The 12th house is the house of solitude, getting away from it all, taking a step back, going into the middle of the desert, the middle of the bush, whatever your circumstances are, and kind of just having a Zen moment or a Zen weekend, maybe on the menu, getting away with your partner, taking a holiday, because again, you have a new moon here, a new moon in the 12th house, again, roughly the middle of the month. Pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, again, taking care of the physical body, the vessel. This could be about getting into or putting focus on your sleep routines or your sleep habits. Once Mars comes into here, just a heads up, Mars rolling around the 12th house can sometimes keep us awake at night or make us feel really restless, or like restless foot syndrome suddenly you pick up over the next 6 weeks, because Mars is only going to be here for about 6 weeks, and he's not there yet. Again, middle of the month he's going to hop in there, but this could just be the universe's way of bringing to your attention your health and well-being, getting into a healthy sleep routine or health, some sort of healthy habit, because Mars also rules your 6th house of day-to-day routines and health and well-being. But I forgot what I was going to say there. It just left my brain in true Uranus fashion there. 12th house is also something hidden that may be coming to light. And with all this energy in there, Gemini, that could be a possibility. Now, this is also your hidden gifts, talents, and abilities. And this is anything psychological as well, anything that bubbles up to the surface. I'm actually seeing that twice this month with 12th house activations, the full moon in Scorpio. It's like illuminating shadows in the closet, skeletons in the closet. I was going to say shadow work. Sorry, it's going to be a long day. I'm already bumbling at Gemini, for crying out loud. Yeah, there's a big emphasis on partnership, which I'll get to in a second here, Gemini. So health and well-being, healing. Did I say that too? Healing, taking a step back, retreats are not a bad idea as well with all this energy in the 12th house. And connecting with nature, because your 12th house is ruled by Taurus. So it's like connecting to the sensory experience. And if you don't have access to nature or putting your feet in the grass or on the grass or something like that, it can be sand, it can be rocks, pebbles, but it can also be just a Zen moment even in your local space or vicinity, taking a walk, mindful meditations, things like that, Gemini. Mindfulness, like kind of bringing yourself, because I think you're going to have to do a lot of grounding, especially over the next year with Uranus newly in your sign. Yes, we experienced this last year. We got a little taste test, But with Uranus permanently in here, Gemini, you might need to really be conscious of grounding yourself, finding that lightning post, so to speak, or that lightning rod that can help you ground this energy, because you are an air sign. So sometimes this can be very overwhelming for the electrical system in the body. And if you think of it, that's head to toe, right? So all of you are going to integrate this energy differently. And again, I'm not trying to doom and gloom it, folks. I've been through this. I survived. It's a really incredible transit. I'm an optimist, so I always go, from that lens. But I can appreciate the psychological, the physiological changes of the body and even the psyche when Uranus moves into the first house as well. Okay, now first house energy is also being illuminated this month. So eventually Mercury, your ruler, by the way, will be hopping into the first house. Venus is there right now, I guess, again, depending on when you are watching this video. Venus in the first house is an incredible attractor. So for those of you that are single and looking to attract someone, this is also for jobs. This is really good for like interviewing, jobs, anything to do with technology. Getting into the technology sector, going back to school, learning something new. All this incredible energy in your first house is like, it's almost like you don't have to do a lot of work, Gemini. You're just going to attract it towards you. So for those of you that are single and looking, put yourself out there. You could find love locally. I can see you could also there's an opportunity to find love with at work, whatever work means to you, like connecting with like-minded souls or like-minded individuals as well. But first house being illuminated this month, Gemini, again, you're in the spotlight. Really good time to maybe raise your prices, maybe look at your pricing structure, look at your client base, how you want to attract different types of clients to you, marketing, promotional support, going after that job, going after the promotion. Again, depending on if you're an entrepreneur or whatever the case may be, it's attracting, right? It's that beautiful, attractive type of energy. And again, Uranus in that first house, you will bring a unique spin, Gemini, whether you work for someone, whether you're retired, and if you are retired, I encourage you to get into hobbies or volunteer work or whatever the case may be, but you're going to have this wicked flair to you that nobody can match. Like you're going to it's a trailblazing type of energy, but also it's just such a high energy, upbeat type of vibration that you're going to be expressing, Gemini. It's even hard for me to find the words to articulate, but physical changes of the body, any sort of beauty treatments. Again, I would have to see your whole chart to give you the green light on that, my friends, but in general, Venus in the first house, second house can bring in nice energy if you want to go through facial treatments, skin treatments, teeth, fixing up the grill or anything like that you want to do. But again, you have a lot of energy in your first house. So health and well-being, vitality, how are you taking care of your vessel? I can see relationships too could be in focus for you this month. So again, for those of you in a solid, committed relationship, do a getaway, reconnect, find the flame, reignite that spark. I think getting away from it all, if you can, Gemini, will really help the relationship and reconnect. If you're single, again, please put yourself out there, especially this month, if you haven't already done so, because you are like moth to a flame is kind of what they're showing me for you this month, Gemini. So I love that. But keep in mind, this is also for clients, right? For those of you that own a business, run a business, boom. Get creative on how you can put your energy out there and attract them in, my friends. Okay, now I'm going to jump to the other two areas of life that are being highlighted this month, Gemini. So this is a full moon in Scorpio right off the hop on the first of the month, give or take a day or two. And then at the end of the month, we have a full moon in Sagittarius, again, in your opposite sign. Now, full moon in Scorpio, this is a busy, busy, busy house. Day-to-day duty and work could be highlighted. Something to do with changes in the working environment, how you earn a living, how you run your business, colleagues, people that you work with, the workplace environment, that could be up for some change this month. Think back to November and December of last year. There could be a connection there to this month, like something is coming to a culmination point, something is coming to an ending. You can't have an ending without a new beginning, and vice versa. So it could be big or it could be just a small shift. Diet, health routines, I can see, are highlighted this month as well, Gemini. So again, if I say it more than once, that means I'm seeing the energy more than once. So the likelihood of it manifesting or coming into the spotlight in some way, shape, or form is greater. Because again, as astrologers, we like to see it 3 times in the birth chart, and I'm just using a belly button basic birth chart in front of me here, Gemini. So again, just food for thought. Your pets. If you have any pets or animals, they might be in focus this month. There might be some changes or health routines or regimes or something that they're ingesting that might need to be adjusted this month. Or again, think of illumination. Full moons illuminate wherever they are, shining a spotlight on that respective area of life, and also on the opposite end, which we talked about in the 12th house. So like I said, skeletons coming out of the closet, something being brought to your attention, something coming up from the past, something bubbling up into your awareness. Now with Scorpio type of energy and your 12th house heavy energy this month, Gemini, please address it. Please work with the right practitioners, whatever that means to you, for you. I'm not telling you to go get a prescription and pop more pills, but work with whatever practitioner that can help you move through this energy. If there's any gunk or junk that comes up or triggers that happen this month, again, it's not going to be for all of you, but if it happens, please do your best to work it out of your body. Your future self is going to thank you, and you'll feel lighter, Gemini. Like you'll just feel lighter once you get this out of your body. But I can appreciate it's a process. It's definitely not light switch type of energy. Changes in the working environment, changes with the coworkers. There could be some shuffling. Again, your day-to-day duties and responsibilities, Gemini, is highlighted here this month. So are you doing too much? Are you taking on too much in family, in work, in business, volunteering? Again, apply this to your circumstance, my friends. Maybe time for some adjustments here. And I'm going to jump to the last full moon of the month, which is in Sagittarius, again, your opposite sign. So partnership sector. Changes with partnerships, renegotiating your rates or a salary or bonus or commission or whatever the case may be. Maybe a contract is ending for you, Gemini. Actually, I forgot to mention, 6th house is also lease agreements, rental agreements. Aunts and uncles are also in the 6th house as well. So there could be some changes to their lives or their circumstances if they're connected, like if they're close to you. If you own rental buildings or rental homes, or I don't know, maybe that's how you earn a living, Gemini, again, something to do with that, like tenants coming and going, that there could be changes to those structures too, if that's part of your business, or if part of your business is renting out, I don't know, lockers or, storage spaces, there'll be some changes with your business there. Like you'll have to make some pivots and changes there. Some of you need to upgrade your technology. I'm hearing that loud and clear. So that's possibly for someone out there. Because I'm hearing like get with the times. So there could be something you need to upgrade, like your software systems or something, or getting a new system. Yeah, they're saying it'll make your life easier, or adopting some sort of AI tool. Okay, back to your 7th house. Look at me. I'm just a squirrel all over the map here, Gemini. I'm embracing my true Gemini energy. Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. Okay. Yeah, partnership changes. So again, it might be about you, Gemini, but it might be about them. You're witnessing like your partner going through some adjustments, some changes. Could also be connected to home, family, foundation, people coming and going, or again, career changes, because you do have a lot of energy in your 1st house and 7th house. If you've been watching me for a while, whenever I see a lot of energy along this axis, it usually impacts the other areas of life. 4th house, 10th house energy is where as well. So just kind of a heads up there, Gemini. So I know I talked about a lot of energy there, a lot of stuff that could be coming down the pipe, multiple areas of life being activated for you, Gemini. But all in all, again, I think it's going to be a good month ahead. channel the energy, harness the energy. If you have to take a step back this month, Gemini, please do it. Please be sure to take care of you this month, because again, if you are running on empty yourself, you're not that much help to anybody else around you. So refill your cup before you fill everybody's cups around you, so to speak. Otherwise, Gemini, enjoy the month ahead. Again, have a wonderful birthday if you're celebrating this month, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey Cancer, welcome to May. Let's break down the month ahead. Lots to talk about, Cancer. 4 areas of life are being activated for all of us this month. So for you, I'm going to start with your 11th house and your 12th house. Forgive me, I am going to be bouncing around, jumping around. The dates are on the slide here. We have 3 lunations this month. Incredible energy coming in for all of us this month. It's whether we want to take advantage of it or not. I'll leave that up to you, Cancer. I'm leaving it up to everybody how they want to utilize this energy. But what I'll throw at you is some examples, some possibilities, and again, take what resonates and leave the rest, my friends. Okay, let's start with your 11th house, and keep in mind you have a brand new fresh start here at the middle of the month. Now the dates on the slide give or take a day or two depending on where you are on the planet. But yeah, brand new energy coming into this 11th house, which is your house of Taurus. And also keep in mind, this is bringing in opportunity aspects to whatever you're watching for right now. So if it's your sun sign, this would be career opportunities possibly coming in this month, or new business ideas, new collaborations or connections or networking, or health and vitality, improving that if that resonates with you. New changes on the home front, changes with your parents' circumstances if they are still with us, or grandparents if they're still with us, and possibly relationships, opportunities for business relationships, business partnerships, and love could be coming in this month as well. I'm seeing that coming in from your 11th house. This might be somebody that you already know. Some of you, this is someone from the past that has always kind of been there, and maybe you never thought of them in that way. Or again, this could be somebody that maybe you work with, or you're in the same professional affiliation or networking, for example. Like I'm seeing you like rubbing shoulders with like-minded individuals. So anyway, let's start with that 11th house, Cancer. This house or area of life represents your older siblings, but I'm going to throw in siblings in general. I don't want to narrow it down too much. So there could be some fresh new starts, or your siblings could be in focus for you for the month ahead. 11th house is friendship circles, groups, affiliations, associations, unions, memberships, whether it's personal or professional, clubs. You know, it's basically the people that we hang around with by choice. It's the circle or the bubble of people that surround us. Some of us, it could be big social networking events. It could be a small group of social friends, or just 1 or 2 good friends that we have had for many, many, many years. Or maybe it's those really incredible good work colleagues that we work with as well. So it's whoever you surround yourself with. That is sort of where some of the light heat energy is being focused or highlighted this month. But keep in mind, you have a new moon here. So there could be new people coming in, new partnerships coming in, new opportunities to meet new people, especially if you've moved recently. It could be just getting to know new people, and they might not all be like-minded individuals, but it's sort of like you are creating a new community or a new tribe of like-minded individuals. Also a good, with Mars coming in here, middle of the month, and he's going to be here about 6 weeks, Cancer. Don't be afraid to let go or cut ties with memberships, even subscriptions, like people that don't lift you up and light you up. I'm even going to say, for those of you that have big families, like extended families, because this is also siblings. Now, I'm not saying, cut, sever, end ties. For some of you, that could be true, but maybe distance yourself, because this is the area of life. These people should lift you up and light you up. They should not bring you down. They should not be pulling you down or pulling you under, or being negative Nancy's, or whatever you want to call it, or bullies for that matter. Maybe distance yourself, my friends. You don't have to. It's just, this is food for thought. The energy is there. The energy is ripe. Mars will help you cut and sever that tie, or again, something about boundaries, Cancer. You need to enforce there, especially with Jupiter still in your sign. It's like Jupiter doesn't like boundaries, but I mean, Saturn upstairs in your 10th house, trust me, is going to help you learn the lesson of you need to have clear, crystal clear boundaries. Otherwise, I hate to say it, Cancer, but you're such an incredible soul, all of you. People take advantage of that. You know, I hate to say it. If that pisses some of you off, I'm sorry, but it's true, especially with Jupiter in your sign. He blows the top off boundaries, my friends. So Mars is going to help you kind of get back on point. Cancer. Anyway, I don't want to preach. I feel like I always get preachy with Cancer, so I apologize. I feel like an old hen. 11th house is social media too. So put yourself out there for those of you interested. Get your website up and running. It doesn't have to be perfect, by the way. Just get something out there running. Pick one social media platform if you want to put yourself out there. I'd say run with it because, again, this month is the month of green lights. Go. Like, the energy is there to move this, get momentum in these respective areas of life. 11th house is gains, my friends. So I'm hoping gains will find their way to you. Retro payments, money that's owed to you coming your way. I am hoping, my friends. I am hoping. Let's see here. Your hopes, your wishes, your dreams, your long-term commitments and goals also could be in the spotlight this month. But again, keep in mind you have that new moon. So this is a good time to plant those seeds of intention of what you want to manifest over the next 6 months or so. Now, once this energy moves into Gemini, yes, Uranus is there. Check the links in the description box below if you want to learn more about Uranus and Gemini. Because I make separate videos about those heavy hitters moving into new territory. But with the Sun, Mercury, Venus is there right now, I guess depending on when you're watching this video. When the 12th house is illuminated, I find your sleep cycles come up for revision, review. They're in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. It can also cause a restless energy, especially with the Sun and Mercury in here. You can't shut the mind off at night. You're looking at the phone. You're getting the blue light thing in your eyeballs. And yeah, once Mars comes in here, which is not going to happen for a while yet, Mars will also bring your focus into your sleep habits, sleep routines, solitude, and what that means to you. So not a bad time, Cancer, to try to get into, I don't want to say a better routine, but a routine that works for you, because you want to make sure you're also taking care of your vessel, my friends. Now, for those of you doing shift work, I mean, this works in your favor because it'll help you stay awake at night, especially with Uranus in here for the next 6 to 7 years. And then Mars will eventually move in here as well, but I'm getting way ahead of myself. He's not even in Taurus yet. You know, he moves there middle of the month or so. But yeah, focus could be on solitude. Focus could be on getting better, whatever that means to you, because it's health and well-being and healing. Maybe some of you are undergoing surgery, because 12th house is also hospitals and institutions. So I'm not saying all of you are going to get, hospitalized or anything like that, or being put into an institution, but there could be a connection there this month with those types of institutions, for example, or if maybe you work in those type of institutions, or your client base is connected to those type of institutions, that's going to be really highlighted for you this month and also next month as well. This is awakenings. This is spirituality. Yeah, for you, Cancer, this could also be paranormal experiences, spiritual experiences, awakenings, aha moments, epiphanies, downloads, like out of this world experiences, my friends. Yeah, talk to a Gemini. If you know any Geminis, they experienced, Uranus in the 12th house since 2018. So they can kind of give you an idea, but just keep in mind, your experience will be different because it's in Gemini. It's not in Taurus for you, but yeah, really interesting. Dreams are going to be very vivid for you, Cancer. And all of this is going to start this month with all these personal planets activating and waking up Uranus. and Uranus is already newly in this area of life. So I find the energy is going to be even more intensified. But don't take that as a scary thing or a bad thing. Just notice what you're noticing. Synchronicity is really going to be high. And again, your intuition, Cancer, is going to be bang on, spot on, especially with Jupiter still in your sign. You got Uranus in your 12th house. Like, you got two big sky gods working with you, Cancer. If anything, your antennas should be really up. You know, your spidey sense has got to be tingling. Even if you say to yourself, well, I'm not psychic. Yeah, we're all psychic, by the way. It's just a muscle you got to activate and work with, just like going to the gym. Those people that go to the gym, I don't. But anyway, it's the same sort of mindset and thinking. But I love how these sky gods are working with you, Cancer, and thankfully they're going to be with you for quite some time. Okay, so that's your 11th house, 12th house activation. So I know that was a lot of babbling. I know there's a lot going on this month, Cancer. So I'm going to jump to now those two full moons. We got one in Scorpio right off the hop May 1st, and then we have one at the end of the month in Sagittarius. Now, the one in Scorpio that's happening at 11 degrees, this one, Cancer, I like for you. Similar to that new moon in Taurus, again, making a sextile to your energy. This full moon is making a trine to your energy, Cancer. So if you have anything around 11 degrees or 25 degrees, these lunations, these two respective lunations in Taurus and Scorpio are going to be very special for you. And I'll get to the Sagittarius one in a second. But this is about endings, new beginnings, fresh new starts in that 5th house area of life. Now, Cancer, this might not be about you. This could be about a child, fresh new beginnings with a child. And again, it doesn't matter their age, because kids are kids, right? Even if you got 40 or 50-year-old kids, they're still your kids, right? So they could be going through some changes this month. Blessings could be finding them this month. And also your grandchildren. If you have grandchildren as well, same thing. This is illuminating something to do with offspring. Your children, your furry pets even. I'll throw them in there as well. Yes, fertility. That's also what I was going to say. Fertility, pregnancy, but I'd have to see more signatures to kind of really nail that down. But I'll throw that in there because, again, it's illuminating something in the area of life where babies are born. 5th house, pregnancy, fertility. This is where it all starts, in the 5th house, my friends. This is also the house of romance and dating and sex too. So that's what I mean. It's like it all starts in that 5th house. You know, when you're a kid, what do you want to grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? That starts in the 5th house too. It's that ignition. It's that spark of life. Now, if none of that resonates with you, Cancer, this is the creative energy coming in. This is the creative spark of life. So hobbies, side hustles, how you want to express yourself. It's the house of entertainment and joy and pleasure. So think back, Cancer, actually to November, December of last year. There could be culmination points from, or connection from that time to this time. Could be the next chapter is opening up in these areas of life. Something new could be coming into these respective areas of life. And again, it could be shining a spotlight on what we talked about: siblings, friendship circles, unions, networking, social media, putting yourself out there, gains from the career sector. It could also be highlighting that as well, because full moons illuminate the entire axis. So keep that in mind as well. Let's see here. Progress on the career front, changes on the home front. Again, I'm seeing multiple aspects here, Cancer, to finding love. So I'll throw that out there too for those of you single and looking. Yeah, definitely put yourself out there, especially when Venus moves into your sign on the 18th. That's really nice energy, making a sextile to Mars that's going to be moving into your 11th house. Clearly, there could be a partnership coming in. As I mentioned, you already kind of know of them. They're already in your atmosphere, in your line of sight. Is that how you say it? Like, they're already in your vision, so to speak. It could be someone new, but I have a feeling majority of you, it's already someone you know. So again, that energy is really ripe for you this month, especially with Venus in your sign, attracting. Wherever Venus goes, she attracts in towards her, and really good energy for interviewing, putting yourself out there, whether you own a business, run a business, go for that raise, go for that promotion. What is the worst that's going to happen? You know, ask that person on a date. You approach that person, Cancer. Push yourself outside of your comfort zone. You just never know. And again, what is the worst that's going to happen? Right? It's the mindset. It's how you, it's your perspective. It's the lenses, it's the glasses that you wear on taking that risk or taking that leap of faith, Cancer, especially when Venus and Jupiter come together in your sign. That is an incredible blessing. So I'll talk about that. That'll probably be next month, I believe, when Venus comes into contact with Jupiter. Really nice energy there, Cancer. So yeah, love could be on the menu. For those of you already connected in a partnership, reignite that flame, reignite that spark. Really nice energy to do something fun with your partner this month. And maybe something taboo, right? It's Scorpio after all. So maybe something unusual, whatever that means to you or for you. Last but not least, full moon in Sagittarius. So this is a very busy house. So this is illuminating day-to-day duty and responsibility, Cancer. Are you doing too much? Are you, draining your own batteries and making sure everybody's taken care of? I feel like Cancerians are famous for that. You make sure everybody else is doing okay except yourself. So something is being illuminated this month. Something is being brought to your attention this month. It could be something to do with your health and well-being. Could be something to do with like a practitioner or a health practitioner, or maybe you've been trying to find a practitioner to help you out. This full moon will help illuminate that. This practitioner actually might be like international. They might not even be in your local community. They might be in the next city over, or the next state over, or the next province, or again, in another country. But don't be afraid to look outside the box, Cancer, and get a second opinion if you are going through some health challenges or some health hiccups. Not a bad idea to kind of, expand your horizons from a even maybe holistic standpoint, and not looking at traditional medicine or pumping yourself full of pills. Maybe getting that second opinion from a different type of physician or practitioner, if that makes sense. Changes in the work environment. Sixth house is shining a spotlight on that as well. People coming and going. Sixth house is also rental agreements and leases as well. Aunts and uncles are also highlighted in the sixth house. So again, depending on your connection to an aunt or an uncle, or how close you are to them, changes in their life. I'm hearing changes in their life cycle. Not really sure what that means, but I'm hearing it loud and clear for somebody out there. Your pets are also being illuminated. So if you have any furry friends or any pets or animals around you, they may need some extra attention this month. Or again, maybe some of you are getting a new pet this month. That could be a possibility as well. Keep in mind, this full moon is connected to June as well. So it could be this month or next month where this full moon energy manifests for you. Yeah, changes health, diet, fitness, what you put in your body, what you ingest. That could be coming up for some review. I'm also picking up something to do with caffeine, your caffeine intake, like just something being brought to your awareness, because that's what full moons do. They illuminate something. Also, this full moon is shining a spotlight in that 12th house. So skeletons in the closet. I'm not saying yours, Cancer, but something could be brought out into the open this month that you weren't aware of. But for some of you, there's a big connection to June as well. So something could manifest this month, but it could also manifest next month or carry into next month, depending on what this is. It's like something coming out and up into the open. Could be you, or it could be somebody else bringing forward this news or this energy, or whatever the case may be. Otherwise, that's about it, Cancer. I know, a lot. We talked about a lot, those 4 areas of life. So enjoy the month ahead. Lots of traction. For those of you that want to hit the ground running, this is definitely the month to do so. Again, put yourself out there. Lots of incredible energy coming in for you this month, Cancer. Cancer. So enjoy, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey Leo, welcome to May, and let's break down the month ahead for you. Lots of action going on this month, Leo, and I see your big axes are being highlighted this month as well. So it could really be a pivotal month ahead, and I think this energy also is going to carry into June, which we'll talk about the Sagittarius new moon, which is happening at the end of the month. So this could manifest this month or in the month of June, early June. So Leo, let's break this down. I'm first going to start off with your 10th house, 11th house. That's where, well, the 10th house, you have a new moon, but also you can see where all the concentration of energy is sort of at the top of your sky. So your 9th house, your 10th house, your 11th house, and 12th house. But we're going to focus on where the sun is illuminating. And yes, you are ruled by the sun. So wherever the sun goes, he pours in light, heat, energy into the respective areas of life, Leo. And that is a special significance for you in particular, because this is your ruler. And keep in mind, yes, your ruler never goes backwards. That's why Leos always have to be on 24/7. Which I guess it's not literally that, but you know what I mean. Sometimes we feel like we have to, we kind of sort of have to be that backbone for whatever it is that we do or whatever our status is wrapped up in. Speaking of status, Leo, that could be in focus this month. So what does status mean to you? Some folks, it's, I'm a stay-at-home parent. I am a manager, I am an author, I am an actress or actor, or I am married, or I am retired. That's what I mean by status. Or I am single. That could be up for some change this month, my friends. So status change or thoughts of changing your status, thoughts of changing careers, new ways of putting yourself out there, Leo. New ways of connecting with like-minded individuals. The top of your sky represents, well, I guess, Leo, it depends. Does your midheaven actually go through Taurus? That might change the conversation a little bit. But this is about your purpose. This is about your higher calling. What are you being called to do? Where are you being pulled to? Where are you being drawn to? Pluto in the 7th house. I can't help but think of activations here too, of the very intense, sometimes partnerships, the transformational partnerships that all Leos are going to be going through for the next 18, 19 years, which is going to bleed into the home life. It's going to bleed into the top of the sky, which is our purpose, our calling, what we want to be known for. It's the legacy that you want to leave behind, Leo. So I know those are big themes for a simple month ahead, but it doesn't mean you can't start thinking about that now, or you can't start planning for it now, because there's a new beginning here. So some of you could be shifting careers. Some of you could be changing jobs. Some of you could be, this is like the final straw and you're like, see you later, with Uranus coming out of this area of life. That Venus-Uranus conjunction, I guess, depending on when you're watching this, happened around the 24th of April. That could have been the final plug, like, you know what? Or the final straw, see you later, I'm out of here, I'm doing this on my own, I'm moving into my own consulting business or technology business, or I don't know, retirement, Leo, because again, the retirement axis is being highlighted here as well. So Leo, it's about this month going after what it is that you want. And what sort of like what do you want to be known for, Leo? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? And if this isn't about career, then apply this to your circumstances. Is it retirement? Is it home? Is it family? Is it your relationships? Is your business partnerships? Apply this to your circumstance, my friend. Because again, top of the sky is what we're known for. It's sort of like, it's similar to the first impression, similar to a rising sign activation, which again, what do you have around 25 degrees, Leo? This is going to be making an exact square to your planet's placements, points, whatever the case may be. Squares are not bad. They're just activations. They're just a different type of activation where it's going to make you move. I don't mean literally, maybe some of you possibly, but it's going to push you to act on something. Trines don't do that. Trines don't do that. It's sort of I hate using the word lazy, but I can't think of another word. So it's like lazy energy with trines. I'm not a fan of trines. Sextiles, well, they're opportunities. So it's kind of like, do we take advantage of it or not? Squares, oh yeah, you bet your butt a fire is going to be lit under your ass, Leo. So you got to do something with the energy, right? I personally love squares for that, from that lens or that perspective. But anyway, that is the focus, Leo. Also, you as a parent could be in focus this month. Your parents could be in focus this month, or changes to their circumstances. Maybe they're moving, maybe they're shuffling, maybe, I don't know, are they downsizing? But there's changes with your parents' circumstances, grandparent circumstances, or you as a parent. There could be some changes on the home front. I'll get to that when I talk about the full moon in Scorpio. Now, once all this incredible energy, so once the Sun and Mercury hop into Gemini, activating Uranus, by the way, newly in your 11th house. So Leo, check out the links in the description box below. I make separate videos about the outer planets. But Uranus is newly in here. The Sun, Mercury, Venus, we already had that conjunction. Eventually, Mars will come into contact with Uranus, activating this 11th house. So this is also going to be in the spotlight this month. And this is new energy for you, Leo, and for all of us for that matter, just in different areas of life, with Uranus electrifying this brand new area of life for all of us. So for you, Leo, older siblings in particular, I'm going to throw in siblings in general, because there's a connection here to the 11th house and the 3rd house. Venus is ruling your 3rd house of siblings. Venus just came into contact with Uranus. Venus is in here in this area of life as well. So I can see it could be an older sibling, a younger sibling, or just siblings in general could be sort of in focus this month, or you could hear news about a sibling, like changes in their lives in some way, shape, or form. 11th house is friendship circles, groups, unions, affiliations, humanitarian efforts, people that we rub shoulders with, networking events. Like Leo, it's your bubble. It's the people that you surround yourself with, whether it's, if you have a big following, it's your intimate relationships with friendship circles or business colleagues or whatever. Whatever you surround yourself with, Leo, that would be, I would say, your association, your close-knit group of people, or again, depending on 11th house is also social media. So I can see it being close to you, connected to you personally, intimately, but also reaching kind of like a higher, wider audience as well, especially with activations in your 9th house as well, reaching sort of like an international audience here, Leo. So I can see that going either way this month. The 11th house is also long-term commitments, goals, plans for the future, technology, and also gains from the career sector, gains from the 10th house. So again, maybe some of you are moving into a different job, a different industry, and it's going to pay you more, or it could be a bigger bonus, a bigger commission, whatever the case may be. I'm hearing marketing, Leo, so that could go either way. Maybe you need to think about strategies about marketing yourself if you're an entrepreneur, or I don't know, or some of you moving into marketing. That could go either way. So that's some of the focus this month. That's where your ruler is pouring in energy, is your 10th house and 11th house. Now, let's move to the bottom of your sky, Leo. And forgive me, I am jumping around. The dates are on the slide here, give or take a day or two, depending on where you are on the planet. But yeah, let's focus in on these full moons now. So again, new moon upstairs in your house of career, purpose, life force, vitality, if it's making connection to your sun sign as well. That is coming in the middle of the month approximately, but it could manifest before or after. Now these full moon lunations right off the hop, we're having one in Scorpio. On the 1st of the month, 11 degrees. So again, Leo, this is making a square to you. If you have anything around 11 degrees, I'd say 5 degrees on either side. This is endings and new beginnings. And it is technically shining a spotlight up to that 10th house as well. But this one is illuminating something to do with the home front that's not working anymore. Think back to November, December timeframe, Leo. What was happening back then? So this would have been last year, just this past November, December. Did you start something new? Maybe it was a renovation project, or I don't know, renovating a bedroom or a living room or a living area, or expanding or something along those lines. This is sort of like a culmination point where that project should be wrapping up or should be ending, or maybe it already has wrapped up and now you're thinking about those next steps. Maybe it was a home office. Maybe for some of you it was quite literally relocating somewhere, if this is your true fourth house. But regardless, there's endings and new beginnings here connected to home, family, foundation, security, and what that means to you, Leo. Also, again, you're going to hear me repeat myself, parenthood, parenting, your parenting style, something to do with mother, father, authority figures in your life. Also, there could be changes at the top of the food chain with regards to your manager, your boss, or whoever it is that you report into. Or again, if you're an entrepreneur, this could be, okay, are you working out of your home? Do you have a business space? Do you have people working with you? There could be some changes with regards to all of that, or something needs to change in this area. Fourth house is also retirement. So I think I mentioned that earlier too. Thoughts of retirement, planning for retirement, moving into retirement, saving for a rainy day. If you are retired, Leo, I do encourage you to get involved with community events, humanitarian efforts, diving into new hobbies, just something to keep the mind fresh, or diving into something that kind of scares you a little bit, whether it's traveling, whether it's technology, whether it's some of you, it's something to do with like flying or skydiving. I know that's quite extreme, or going up in a balloon or something, a hot air balloon or something along those lines, but they're showing me like something to do with taking you to new heights. So that could be just symbolic, or it could be quite literal. So I'm not telling you to jump out of an airplane, Leo, but they are showing me that. It's like taking a leap of faith with something or someone, because again, all your big angles are being activated this month, Leo. So it really could be anything. It could be your identity, it could be your physicality, it could be changing up a wardrobe or your style, how you present yourself to the world, partnerships. We talked about Pluto in the 7th house briefly. So lots, I know I'm babbling off a lot here, Leo, but that I'm seeing it in this generic chart. So I can just imagine how this energy is probably interacting with your personal birth chart, especially if you have anything at these respective degree points. Also, if you have anything around 0 to 5 degrees of Leo, Pluto is opposing that energy right now, working with you very diligently, very intensely, very like laser focused, because he is so slow. And again, status changes, Leo. So going from single to in a relationship or vice versa, but that's only for those of you that are maybe looking to get out of a relationship this month. Again, full moon in the 4th house, separations, changes on the home front. This is the house of endings. 4th house is endings and new beginnings in general. So extra emphasis on just changes on the home front. Okay, and last but not least, Leo, we'll jump to that last full moon, Sagittarius, May 31st, 9 degrees, my friends. So this one is a nicer energy for you, Leo. So this is bringing in that trine energy. Remember I talked about the lazy energy, but in this case, I think you're going to need it by the end of the month, my friends, because I think a lot of Leos are going to be going through a lot of changes and shuffling, whether it's work, home, relationships, or your physical you, how you present yourself to the world. So definitely a pivotal month here. But the 5th house I love. It brings in that lighter energy, Leo, that, well, first of all, the 5th house is connected to Leo energy in general. So children, grandchildren, pregnancy, fertility. Now, I'm not saying all of you are going to get pregnant. I'd have to see way more activations than just a random full moon. But I'll throw it out there anyway. So one of your kids could be in the spotlight, or something could come to light with regards to one of your kiddos. Also, did I mention something to do with your past too? Something from the past could be coming back around, something that's illuminated on the home front or with one of your parents or grandparents that you weren't aware of. I can see that as well, Leo, and it could be you or it could be them bringing something to light, bringing something to someone's attention. But yeah, changes with your kiddos, people that you live with, grandkids could be in the spotlight, or changes with their life in some way, shape, or form. Creative projects, creative endeavors. Again, think back to November, December, something that you started then. Maybe you're able to launch something, because the fifth house is really where it's the spark of life. So that's why it's connected to fertility. That's why it's connected to creative projects, birthing something new, either literally or metaphorically, creatively, spiritually. This is where businesses are born. This is where romance and attraction starts. Sex is in the fifth house as well. Eighth house is more intimacy. Fifth house is lighter sexuality, if that makes any sense at all, like one night stands, having a good time. It's the house of entertainment, Leo. It's sort of like bringing the joy back, Leo. For those of you that maybe will have a heavy May, because again, lots of change, okay? And again, this is going to hit everyone differently, okay? So I'm not trying to Debbie down the energy. I'm a Leo too, you guys, so I'm like talking to myself here too. But you know how you go through a lot of change, a lot of transformation, and then you celebrate in some way, right? And you celebrate your way, Leo, whatever that means to you. A holiday, laying out in the sun, taking a day off, taking a trip, traveling. This is the Sagittarius energy after all. Long distance traveling, short distance traveling, having a cupcake, getting your $8 Starbucks latte, like whatever it is, Leo, whatever it is. It's just like bringing back the joy. Don't forget about that this month is kind of what I'm getting at. But I can see this month as being crazy productive for all the Leos out there, whether it's your sun or rising sign. If it's your moon sign, it more so connected to the emotional body. Also, the moon is connected to her health and well-being as well, but also maybe you as a parent or also parents, which we already sort of talked about. Let's see here. That's about it, Leo, that I was gonna, I feel like I threw a lot at you as it is. 4 life areas are being activated at minimum. And again, check your birth chart for these degree points. It's going to hit everyone in a different way. But yeah, Leo, really good month to put yourself out there. Venus being in the 11th house, moving into your 12th house is more of a quieter transit. But it's sort of like, yeah, did I mention if you are looking for love, that definitely could be about taking a relationship to the next level. Maybe you started seeing someone, chatting with someone in November, December. It's like that relationship goes to the next level. They could be local, but I can see they could also be at a distance. I can also see you finding love again within networking, like professional, personal groups, associations, affiliations, unions, work, finding love at work, finding love with just leaning into things that light you up, lift you up, or, it's like a friend of a friend. It's like a friend hooks you up, or, this person might already be in your bubble, so to speak, your social circles, so to speak. So you might already know of them, Leo. So it's whatever you want to go after this month. Yeah, I love this energy. And also gains. I'm hoping with Venus in your 11th house, she'll bring you in some gains as well. All right, Leo, it's going to be a good month. Enjoy, and we will see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey, Virgo, welcome to May. Let's break down the month ahead. Very busy month ahead, my friends. 4 areas of life are being activated. So forgive me, I'm going to be bouncing around a lot. The dates are on the slide here for those of you that are interested in the ingress, there we go. Ingress of Mercury, Venus, and Mars into new territory, and also the lunations this month, which we have 3, which is rare, which is unusual, but it also tells me it's going to just amp up the energy for the month ahead. And these two lunations, yes, they're at the bottom of your sky, but they're shining a spotlight to the top of your sky, Virgo. So let's break this down. First, I'm going to start off with the top of your sky there. 9th house, 10th house energy. The sun is pouring in light heat energy at the top of your sky, my friends. And also you have a new moon in Taurus in your 9th house, middle of the month, give or take a day or two, around the 16th of the month. Also, Virgo, do you have anything around 25 degrees? This is going to add in those additional layers. So if it is your rising sign, it could have something to do with your health, well-being, your vitality, maybe your identity, your physical, like makeover, identity shifts, or relationships. You know, new relationships, new partnerships coming in from a distance, because this is the 9th house. So they could have, you know, foreign lands, foreign shores of foreign connection, or just different from you. And again, this could be business or in love. This could also be a nudge, my friends, to put yourself out there, depending on, again, what are you looking for? What are you attracting in? Is it a client base? Is it work? Is it relationships, partnerships? Is it collaborations? It's sort of like, what exactly are you lasering or honing in on? What are you trying to manifest, Virgo? Okay, let's start with that 9th house. So religion, spirituality, long distance traveling is going to be highlighted this month, or possibly being highlighted this month. Keep in mind, I'm just going to throw out examples. Doesn't mean everything is going to manifest or probably resonate with you, Virgo. This could also be about going back to school, you becoming the student again, you learning something new. Or this could be about you becoming a mentor, a teacher, a coach, or an elder, and you downloading that information to somebody else. And I'm not calling you old, Virgo, but it's you training someone. It's like apprenticeship. You are helping out with someone else's apprenticeship, for example. But again, it could be vice versa. It could be you learning something new, because I'll talk about it once we get to the full moon in Scorpio there in your 3rd house of educational pursuits. So that could be top of mind this month. Again, dealing with people from all over the globe, all over the world. If you have clients that you deal with people all over the world, really, really nice energy coming in for you this month. And again, you would have probably had this last month as well. So it's sort of a continuation into this month as well. Some of you must work in the beauty industry, possibly, because they're showing that to me, something to do with the face and beauty treatments or aesthetics or something along those lines. Or again, you could be going through that this month as well, especially with, well, Venus is long gone, but I mean, Mars coming in here as well could mean like surgical procedures at a distance or out of your local area, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is also the house of pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone, Virgo, and reaching a higher, wider audience, whatever that means to you or for you. Now, Uranus, newly in your 10th house, my friends. What a ride. What a ride you're going to have for the next 6 to 7 years. And I am smiling. I'm not Debbie Downing this energy, Virgo. I'm pumped for you. I'm so excited for you. Check out the links in the description box below if you want to learn more about Uranus and the energy that he is going to bring to the table up in your 10th house of status and career and calling. So the sun, Mercury, Venus and Uranus already came together sort of, I think it was around the 24th of April. But the sun, Mercury, eventually Mars is going to connect with Uranus. This is a brand new energy electrifying the top of your sky, Virgo. So what does this mean? Focus on career, focus on your higher purpose and calling. I'm going to say it right now, Virgo, whatever you're doing right now, whether you are working or not working, that is up for some huge change, huge change over the next 6 years or so. Like, buckle up, my friends. This is like being at the top of the roller coaster and you're just ready to just boom, like just go around like crazy. And yeah, have fun with this energy, my friends. I think this is also going to, reshape your existence, reshape your status, reshape your purpose. I love this. I just absolutely love this for all of you. So, yeah, get ready for a wild ride. And I don't mean that in a negative way at all, Virgo. I'm envious of you. This is amazing energy coming in. So focus on work, focus on the grind, focus on retirement, or maybe thoughts of retirement. Maybe Uranus coming into your 12th house is like, oof, I'm out of here. It's that final straw. Boom, done. Time to retire. But again, retirement means different things to different people, right? It could be going down to part-time. It could be just selling the business. It could be focusing in on what lights you up, Virgo, from the inside out. So that could mean different things to different people. Again, status change. What do I mean by that? Well, are you a stay-at-home parent? Are you a lawyer? Are you married? Are you single? That's what I mean by status. Your status is going to change, Virgo. So, for example, for those of you that are single, by the end of this transit, you're not going to be single. And I don't mean just this month. I'm thinking of all these conjunctions with Uranus activating, again, your status, your purpose, right? So this is huge changes coming into your identity as well and what you identify with. So that could be coming in this month. But again, think long term because Uranus is in here for a long time. Let's see. What else? Legacy, wills could be coming into focus. Authority figures, bosses, if you do have a boss. Parenthood could also be coming into focus, or your parents, if they're still with us. They could be going through a lot of changes as well with this energy, or they're in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, work-life balance is also being highlighted here. Yeah, mother, father, authority figures, bosses, top of the food chain. If you work for a big company or organization, there could be changes there as well coming in. And you as a parent, Virgo. You as a parent is also sort of being highlighted this month as well. And I'll talk about it again once we get to the full moon in your 4th house. But that's where the sun is pouring in energy, top of your sky there. So busy, active, take advantage of this energy. And again, you have a new beginning in that 9th house, my friends. So take advantage. And this is anything around 25 degrees. This is trining your energy. Okay, let's move to the bottom of your sky now. So we're going to cover off 3rd house, 4th house. Yes, forgive me, I'm jumping around. Right off the hop, May 1st, we have a full moon in Scorpio in your 3rd house. And then at the end of May, we have a full moon in Sagittarius. So keep in mind the energy. These full moons are culmination points, they're endings, they're closing of one chapter and you're moving into something new, because you can't really have an ending without a new beginning right on the other side. So, or at least that's the way I look at these lunations. It's like you're wrapping something up and it's fine. It's kind of like, okay, you put that to bed. Now you're moving into something new and fresh. So Virgo, think back to November, December of 2025. What was sort of culminating at that time? Because this month could be, again, a next chapter or illuminating or highlighting something from back then that either you started or maybe you started to get to know somebody, or, and again, this could be in love or in business, educational pursuits, whatever it was back then. This month could be finally it wrapping up or taking it to the next level, whatever that means to you or for you, my friends. Or maybe you started a new job back then, November, December. Maybe it's something to do with career or home or family, relationships, technology, transportation, traveling, educational pursuits, like so many things it could have been back then. And it's sort of like, okay, now you're starting to see traction or light at the end of the tunnel, if that makes sense. Okay, let's go to the 3rd house because I'm kind of combining both of them here. So 3rd house is the mind. It's how you chew on information, digest information. With the Scorpio energy, Virgo, I can't help but think it's like communication coming out of the blue, or something coming to light. And I don't know if it's going to be you, Virgo, bringing something to light, like communicating something, or you're going to hear from somebody else, if that makes sense. Because the Scorpio energy can be very revealing, and there's more than what meets the eye. Like there's more beneath the surface to this communication or to this endeavor in this third house. And again, it could be travel, right? Expanding your horizons from a travel perspective. Now, local and international is being highlighted this month, Virgo, so it could be either or. News about family, relatives, extended family members, or even neighbors, like something to do with them. Again, I don't know if this is going to be a communication or changes up to your community, your living circumstances, your environment, neighbors, neighborhoods, changes. You could be getting some new neighbors, who knows? You relocating, Virgo, I can also see as well, but I would have to see more activations. I'd have to see your personal birth chart. But again, the bottom of your sky changes to community, changes to your personal place of living, could be coming around this month. Or again, thoughts of it. Like it's kind of like, okay, you've had it, you're moving, you know, and that might be like some sort of final straws pulled this month. That could also be an example as well. Third house is social media, how you use social media or how you're not using social media. Technology, upgrading tech gadgets. Transportation is being highlighted here too. So how it is that you get around. This could be buying, selling, getting a new vehicle, getting a new bike. I don't know. It's however you get around. If you work in the transportation or hospitality industry, I think it could be a really good month, to be honest, because you have a new moon and a full moon highlighting both of these axes here. So really nice energy coming in. What else? Yeah, something to do with community associations and affiliations, Virgo. Now, the end of the month, we have that full moon in Sagittarius, and this is illuminating the foundation of your sky. And it is shining a spotlight up into your career sector, which I already, nattered off there to you. So I don't want to repeat myself and drive you nuts. But again, changes to work, changes to career, changes to your purpose, downloads, insights, something coming out of the blue, like something just, you're like, nope, I'm going to head in this direction. Like I can see a lot of you doing that even this month. But as I said, this energy is going to be with you for many, many, many years. So don't think you have to do a 180 this month, Virgo. You're an earth sign, plan it out, structure, stability. I guess it depends on what you're watching for. Maybe a lot of you have tons of air and fire energy. I can also see you rapidly doing something quick this month, ending, cutting away, severing a contract agreement or some sort of employment. Changes on the home front. Kiddos, family, grandkids, people coming and going from the home front, whatever that means to you, for you, security, the past. Something's being illuminated here. Someone or something, relatives coming back from the past. Home life balance, I think I mentioned that too. Working from home, or if you work with homes. Retirement is also being highlighted. You as a parent, Virgo, is being highlighted, or your parents. So if it's not you, it could be something to do with your parents or your grandparents, or elders, like elders around you as well, if they're sort of part of your responsibility, duty, responsibility. Yeah. And again, Virgo, because this full moon in Sag is making a square to you, so anything around 9 degrees, it could be, again, changes or challenges in your partnerships, relationships. Like, again, something coming to light that needs to be discussed. There's a reason. Anything that is coming up this month beginning of the month, middle of the month, end of the month, it doesn't matter. This energy is littered all over the month because it can manifest before these days or after. Something needs to be brought up out into the open. Now, if anything, Virgo comes up from the past, any triggers, any shadow, I mean, we are dealing with Scorpio and Sagittarius energy here. I would just say acknowledge it, work through it as best as you can. I understand it's not a light switch energy, but move it out of your body, work with the right people that can help you, because this isn't the energy to push down and suppress it, because it could come out, it could manifest in like psychosomatic ways, I call it. It's, you know, we kind of manifest some weird illnesses and some funky energy in the body. So again, I'm not saying that to doom and gloom you or to scare you. It's I know firsthand that it can happen. It can happen. So anyway, that's just an example though. It doesn't mean all of you are going to experience this. I'm just throwing out some possibilities. But yeah, Virgo, very interesting month ahead. I have no doubt a lot of you are probably traveling or probably on the road, whether it's personal, professional, business, whatever the case may be. For those of you looking to meet someone new, Venus transiting the 10th house, 11th house, this could be meeting somebody at work, like somebody that you work with, could be a possibility. Or this person's already in your social circle, so you already know who this is. Like they're kind of in your line of sight. They're in your vision already. Because yeah, I have a feeling this person might not be new unless you get a new job and you move into a new work environment, and then yes, you meet someone. That would be the only newness I can see. But again, Venus in the 11th house would be somebody in your friendship circle, or maybe friends becoming more than friends and getting to know that person. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, Venus in the 10th house, 11th house, this is money. Money coming your way, my friends. Money coming your way. Venus in the 11th house of gains from the career, making a connection to Jupiter, I think next month. Woo! Awesome. Awesome for bringing in the cheddar there, Virgo. But anyway, Virgo, really nice month ahead. Lots to do, lots of busyness for you. Yeah, work, career, home, relationships, communication, text messages, phone call, like, yeah, busy, emails, busy. Yeah, I can definitely see that for you for sure this month. So enjoy, Virgo, and we will talk to you in June. Bye for now. Hey Libra, welcome to May, and let's break down the 4 areas of life that are being activated this month. So Libra, very busy month ahead for all of us, and your financial sector is really being highlighted this month, Libra. So I'm going to start with where the sun is pouring in light heat energy into your 8th house and 9th house. So let's start there, and forgive me, I am going to bounce around because there's a lot to cover and talk about this month. So the dates are on the slide there. We have 3 lunations this month, so that tells me, you know, big life activations and endings and new beginnings, and lots of forward momentum, Libra. So if you have to do any big launches or any career changes or any sort of big moves, this would be the month to either do them or think about making those next steps, or planning those next steps, I should say, being strategic about it and moving forward with it. We'll have this energy this month and next month as well, Libra. So let's start with your 8th house. And I see you have a new beginning here as well. You do have a new moon in this area of life. So that tells me fresh new starts in a financial area of your sky. So the 8th house is also can be connected to big life shifts, changes, and transformation. Sometimes it can be on a mental, physical, psychological, emotional level as well. Sometimes it can be as simple as a subconscious shift or doing a little bit of shadow work to, again, those big life shifts and pivots and signing on the dotted line. 8th house is dealing with the big banks. So mortgages, consolidating debt, paying off debt, or getting into more debt, Libra. So I just thought I'd put that out there. Again, it depends on your life circumstance. So I'm not saying you're going to be in the poorhouse. I'm not saying you're going to hit the lottery. It's how you utilize this energy and how you're going to be working with this energy for the month ahead. But again, new moon means new beginnings in this area of life. So new financial income streams, Libra. How does money flow to you? Do you have a renter? Do you have a roommate? Do you get money from a parent? Do you get money from a grandparent? Do you get money from a trust fund? Do you get money from the government? Do you have a spouse supporting you? That's sort of the 8th house energy. Also clients. This is your energy, financial exchange with clients as well. So how does money flow to you, Libra? That's going to be in the spotlight this month. And again, the possibility of a change of income stream, finding a new income stream could be finding its way to you. Now, it could be your main income stream, but it could also mean a side hustle or a side way. So again, doing, I don't know, renting out your basement, renting out a room, getting some extra cash from someone or something, selling something on the side, crafts, creative projects, whatever the case may be, Libra. So it's about getting creative this month on your financial circumstances, if that resonates with you. 8th house, as I mentioned, could be loans, agreements, consolidations, mortgages. So maybe the finances come through for you with regards to a mortgage, a car loan, whatever the case may be. Taxes, debts are also in here as well. What is that saying? You can't run away from death and taxes. That's the 8th house. Now, I'm not saying someone's going to die or you're going to die, Libra, but the 8th house is death, rebirth, and transformation, quite literally. Also, for those of you connected in a partnership, whether it's through love or through business or marital assets or agreements, their income stream could be going through some changes this month or in the spotlight this month in some way, shape, or form. So maybe it's your partner that gets a new job, or you connect with a business partnership, which makes it easier for you, or maybe you collaborate with someone, they pay you, and you, I don't know, showcase their products or whatever the case may be, or you get on a podcast and they pay you. So whatever this is, it's going to impact you, Libra, in a, I'm going to take this energy higher in a positive way. Keep in mind though, once Mars hops in here, Mars in a financial house, I find he sometimes makes us want to spend a lot of money, Libra, and actually Mars is one of your money planets. I just realized that. Mars rules your 2nd house of money, finances, resources, and work. So just a caveat there, I'm not telling you what to do, Libra. Again, I'm not trying to doom and gloom or scare you. I'm just spitting out examples. And if one thing resonates with you, then perfect. But yeah, Mars eventually moving into this area of life, the middle of the month, he can also burn a hole in your pocket. So be mindful. Be mindful of that, especially if you are making big purchases this month, because this could also extend to buying, selling a property, investments, savings accounts, whatever the case may be, Libra, like moving money around. Okay, so that's the 8th house. Now, once the energy moves into your 9th house, so Venus, your ruler, is there right now. She will be moving into Cancer though, middle of the month. Uranus is newly in your 9th house, so if you haven't already done so, check out the links in the description box below where I dive into way more detail about Uranus in your 9th house, but I also have other videos there as well. You can check out if you're interested. But the Sun and Mercury will eventually move in here middle of the month approximately. So 9th house is a nicer energy for you, Libra, because it's flowing into your Libra planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for right now. So 9th house is long distance traveling. Could also be short distance traveling though too this month. I'll get to your full moon in the 3rd house in a second here. But religion, spiritual belief systems, this is the house of the gods. This is higher education. So this could be you thinking about going back to school, or maybe some of you are going back to school or registering for school, becoming the student again, or maybe you're stepping into a coaching role, a teaching role, training somebody at work, downloading your information, downloading up here into somebody else, because maybe you're, thinking about moving into retirement or a new career or whatever the case may be. Books, publishing, putting yourself out there, blog posts, oh my goodness, social media, anything about Libra reaching a higher, wider audience and just pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone could be on the menu this month for you, or again, thoughts of this, and also dealing with people from all over the globe. So for those of you that are that you're an entrepreneur, own a business, run a business, this is about reaching a higher, wider audience. So think about networking, think about marketing, think about how you can reach a different client base. With Saturn and Neptune in your 7th house, that's going to change anyway, because that represents your clients. So I can see Neptune and Saturn is naturally going to be bringing in a different client base to you. But that's for those of you that maybe own a business, run a business. But regardless, the 7th house is, even in the workplace, is the type of clients that we attract towards us as well. And also in a relationship, like love. Speaking of love, Venus up in Gemini, this is finding love at a distance. So maybe you're traveling, whether for work or personal pursuits, business pursuits, whatever the case may be. You could meet somebody abroad or somebody at a distance or somebody with a different cultural background, like somebody who's different from you. They may live in your local vicinity actually, because Gemini does rule local, but the 9th house connection is international. So it could be either or, but really nice energy. Your ruler is pouring in from that 9th house, Libra. Okay, so those are the two areas of life where this concentration of the sun, that new beginning, and also the personal planets are kind of packed into. Now let's jump to the 2 full moons that we have right off the hop. We have one in Scorpio, and at the end of the month, we have one in Sagittarius. So Libra, as I mentioned, and keep in mind, full moon energy can manifest before the day or after the day. It's not so much about the exact day. But anyway, full moon in your 2nd house, illuminating a financial situation, illuminating a new stream of income, like what we talked about earlier, new work endeavors. Maybe you're working on your skills, your talents, your abilities. Maybe you're upgrading your skill set. I actually see that twice here with these 2 lunations in your 2nd house, 3rd house. Beauty treatments. Maybe you're going under the knife or getting some laser treatments done. 2nd house is the face and also the teeth and the jaw. So you could be going through some, maybe some of you actually are getting beauty treatments abroad. I can also see that as well. Surgery abroad with Mars, I can see eventually moving into your 8th house. I can't say if it's a good or bad time because I would have to see your personal birth chart, but regardless, beauty treatments are being illuminated this month, I can see. Or again, just, I don't know, whatever beautifying means to you. It could be a haircut. It could be a change of style. It could be a new exercise regime. It could be just taking care of your vessel in a new way and getting into a new habit or routine, Libra. Because the 2nd house is somewhat connected to what we ingest as well, like what we put into our bodies. But yeah, it's definitely illuminating a financial situation, your savings account, your bank account, your relationship with money. Are you scared of money? Do you clench or do you tense up when somebody mentions money? Like, what is your connection or what is your relationship to money and finances and resources? That's being highlighted this month. And again, your finances are in focus, but also your partner's finances, like what we talked about. For those of you that are in a relationship or business partnership or business collaboration, there's something here that might also need to be renegotiated from that perspective. Let's see. Yeah, did we talk about property? I think so. Buying, selling, that could be a possibility as well. Could be dealing with inheritance as well, or wills. That could be up for discussion. Maybe not yours, maybe a parent or a loved one's, or maybe you're giving advice to somebody about something. Could be cleaning up an estate. That could be coming up this month as well. There's also a connection to June. So some of this energy might be spilling into June as well, because I can appreciate some of these big life shifts and themes don't happen overnight. But yeah, definitely readjustments, Libra. Like, I don't know if it's budgeting, re-looking at your finances, re-looking at debits and credits, what's coming in, what's going out. It's like something to do with refocusing in on that so you can sleep at night. What is keeping you up at night from a financial standpoint, Libra? And then last but not least, we have another full moon, like I mentioned, end of the month in your third house. So Libra, this is highlighting another really busy area of your life. So travel, I know I already said that earlier, but travel is being highlighted, short distance, long distance, tripping around locally, but also away from your city, town, state, province. Like I said, it could be international or not. Driving the kids here, driving the kids there. Lots of busy errands, like doing a lot of things in your local community, local vicinity. Maybe you volunteer and you're like running around like crazy. That could be possible as well. With spring in full swing, it's kind of like we all get into these different routines. So it's kind of like getting used to a new routine in some way, shape, or form. Some of you, it's a new financial routine. So again, maybe some of you, new debts, new loans, new car payments, new mortgages, like I can see that. It's like you're trying to incorporate something new, even from a financial standpoint. But it could be routine as well. Third house, the mind, communication, learning something new, upgrading your technology devices. Some of you, your transportation, your mode of transportation could be coming into focus, whatever that means. Maybe it's thoughts of upgrading. Maybe it's thoughts of how you get around, changing how you get around. So it could be maybe parking the vehicle, putting sitting insurance on the vehicle or whatever you call it, and then maybe taking your bike to work. Just simple shifts and changes like that. But how you get around could be up for some change. Or maybe you rely on a certain transportation and you get news that there's changes to the schedule or something, so then maybe you need to pivot and readjust. Maybe some of you getting your license, getting your driver's license and taking that next step and becoming more independent. That could be a possibility as well. Teaching. Yeah, teaching is a big one this month. Again, as I mentioned, are you the student or are you the teacher? I can see it both ways this month, depending on your circumstance. Upgrading your technology, not a bad month to do it. Mercury's direct. You got a lot of energy in your financial houses. Just again, affordability is running through my mind, and also debits and credits. I can tell Libra, money could be on your mind this month. Not all of you, but maybe some of you. Did I mention too work changes? Yeah, some of you could be changing jobs this month. Not all of you, but maybe some of you. We'll talk about it next month, probably too, with Venus coming together with Jupiter at the top of your sky. That could be a possibility as well. Or again, that second income stream, getting creative on making more money, like a side hustle. Yeah, I think we talked about that. Third house, back to the third house. Social media, siblings actually. Third house is siblings, cousins, neighbors, relatives. So there could be changes in your neighborhood, changes, maybe you got some new neighbors coming in, changes in a sibling's life. It could be older or younger. General reading, it's tough to nail it down, but yeah, they could be coming into focus. Or maybe you're going to go see a sibling at a distance or local. Yeah, that could be it as well, like spending more time with them. Again, this is the energy of changing up your routine, Libra, which is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Okay, last but not least, for those of you open to meeting someone new, again, you've had lots of opportunities with, in general here, Libra. Saturn, Neptune in your seventh house. I have no doubt you're going to be attracting in a serious partnership if you're single. Okay, seventh house is who we attract to us, Libra. So Saturnian, they could be older than you, more mature than you, or just maybe you start dating someone that's not your usual type. The Neptunian energy brings in like that soul connection, that deep soul connection. Mars moving through 7th house, 8th house, 9th house. Same with Venus. I know she's at the top of your sky now, but that brings in the sexuality component, right? That intimacy component is there. I think I mentioned this person could be local, could be at a distance. You might also meet somebody at work with Venus coming into your 10th house. But again, I can see the local signature because Sagittarius rules your 3rd house. Jupiter is up in your 10th house. So yeah, they could be local, could be international. I'm seeing that twice, Libra, in this generic belly button basic chart here I got in front of me. So yeah, this could be hitting your chart in different ways, but you could work with this person. Again, if you find a new job, maybe you connect with somebody new there. But yeah, lots of possibilities, lots of activations here, Libra, if you are single and looking. So I would say put yourself out there. If you're connected with someone, again, I feel like I say this, I repeat myself, but reignite, reconnect that spark. Travel is really highlighted. So whether it's local, whether it's staying in your backyard, whether it's just going down the street, you know, I'm hearing campsite or camping, you know, do something different and unusual with your partnership. Do something fun, you know, keep it light, Libra. I just feel like we're all weighed down with such heavy energy lately with what's going on the planet. Do your best to keep it light. Saturn in your 7th house is heavy enough on your relationships. So bring that spark back, reignite that spark between you and a partner. Or again, do something fun with a friend. Like just get your mind off something, do something fun, do something that lights you up and lifts you up. You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't need to travel across the globe for this, Libra. Again, get creative on bringing back the joy in your life. All right, Libra, enjoy the month ahead and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey Scorpio, welcome to May. Let's break down the month ahead. Really busy month ahead for each and every one of us. We have 3 lunations this month, which is very rare. One of them lands in your sign, Scorpio. So this is definitely going to be activating multiple areas of life for you, but really nice energy to finally get some traction in multiple areas of life. So let's first start in your 7th house and 8th house. Let's talk about that first. This is where the sun is pouring in light, heat, energy into your 7th house of partnerships and also your 8th house of finances and resources. So 7th house energy, you also have a brand new beginning in this area of life. And forgive me, Scorpio, I'm going to be bouncing around here. There's so much to talk about, so forgive me. The dates are on the slide here, so feel free to take notes, take a screenshot, whatever the case may be. And yes, forgive me. There's just so much to unpack this month. New beginnings in your 7th house of partnership. I like this for you. Eventually, your ruler Mars is going to be hopping into this area of life as well. Not until the middle of the month, though. But the sun and Mercury in here right now, again, depending on when you're watching this, I guess, putting your laser focus on your relationships. Now, this could be any relationship, Scorpio. It could be with family. It could be with friends. It could be with loved ones. It could be with your marital partnerships, your love relationships, or business partnerships. Lots is housed in the 7th house because it's anything to do with our one-to-one connections and how we relate to people. So that is something could be illuminated this month when it comes to your relationships or partnerships, or something is brought to your attention by a partner or by a partnership, if that makes sense. And again, it's not all about love. It could be extended out to work and business as well. But what I like about this is it's fresh new start. So for those of you looking to put yourself out there, looking to meet someone new, the energy is definitely there this month. And it has been here for quite some time because Venus and Mars sort of moving through this area of your chart can bring in that love connection, but also that sexual intimacy, that sort of connection as well. So it's not like fluffy bunny. It's not fluffy bunny sex for you, Scorpio. I know you folks, it needs to be more than that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure some of you probably are like, well, that doesn't resonate with me, or that doesn't, it depends on your stage of life. But I find Scorpios, they need that deeper connection. It can't always be surface level. Yeah, sometimes it can be, but it's not satisfying to you or for you or with you. It just can't last forever, Scorpio. So again, I can appreciate both sides of the coin here. But regardless, Mars coming into this area of life, Venus and Mars talking in a beautiful connection. I can see somebody at a distance, okay? Venus being up in your 9th house of international connection. So they could be abroad. You could meet somebody traveling. You could, again, this could be business too. You could work with this person. Let's see here. Yeah, or you meet somebody traveling. Could be abroad, or they could just be different. Like 9th house is different cultural backgrounds as well. So they could be just different, maybe a different type, or not your, I keep hearing style. I don't know what style means, but I don't even know if that makes sense, but like a different style, I don't know what that means, but a different type sort of comes to mind as well. Maybe not somebody that you would normally date, I guess, or normally be attracted to. But regardless, Scorpio, the energy is really raw and ripe. Again, if you're looking for someone new, I would say put yourself out there. Now, if you're already in a committed relationship, partnership, I would say get away and travel. Venus in your 9th house, again, take those precautions with traveling right now. I know, depending on where you're going, the energy is weird. I don't want to get into that. You know what's going on. You just turn on the news and you see all the bullshit and stuff. It's just, anyway, if you're traveling long distance, if you're traveling abroad, if you're traveling out of country, just have your wits about you, and maybe go somewhere that you've already been. But I can just see Venus coming together with Jupiter is a really nice time to travel with your partner, or travel to see someone, like seeing someone at a distance, right? And again, it could be love, could be business, or it could be just being with people that light you up and lift you up, Scorpio, right? It's sort of like trying to keep it light and fun and flirty without feeling so heavy all the time, because, you know, I just feel like sometimes the world is a heavy place, right? So we gotta kind of take it in ebbs and flows. But regardless, the energy is really nice for attracting in fresh new relationships, but also reigniting with your current partnerships, whether it's friends, family, love, business, whatever the case may be. I can see it going both ways. All right, Scorpio. So that's the 7th house. 7th house can also be contracts, agreements, negotiations as well. With a new moon here, a new contract, or a new opportunity to renegotiate something. Renegotiate your prices if you're a business owner. Renegotiate the contracts, terms, agreements of something that maybe you already signed. With Mars eventually coming in here, you know, you could cut and sever one contract and move into a new contract. Or again, maybe a project's wrapping up and you're moving into something new. I can see this kind of working in different ways for you, Scorpio. Let's see here. For those of you going through a separation, again, this is nice energy to kind of get the ball rolling. Mars in here, slices and dices. It's kind of like, let's get this done and over with. This is kind of like nail in the coffin. Finally, everything's done and you can finally move on, Scorpio. Now, that's not for all of you, but with this heavy 7th house influence and this fresh new energy coming in, I like this for you. If you're trying to wrap up old marital agreements, it's like, yeah, once and for all, it's going to be done and over with. Okay, 8th house energy. This is kind of connected to you, Scorpio. You sort of have a connection to the 8th house. So Uranus is newly in there. If you want to check out the links in the description box below, I dive into way more detail of these heavy hitters moving into new territory. But we have the sun, we have the Mercury moving in here, conjuncting, coming into contact with Uranus. This is a new area of life that's going to feel different for you, Scorpio. And this is a heavy house. It's a very deep, intense psychological house. It's also the house of healing. It is the house of death and rebirth. Now, I'm not saying someone's going to die or you're going to die, Scorpio, but you will be going through death and rebirth cycles continuously for the next 6 to 7 years. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I am hoping that re-energizes you, because this also talks about big life themes and changes. So this is everything. This is your career. This is your relationship. This is your relationship to money, finances, resources, partnerships, home, family, foundation. Like this, the 8th house touches every single area of life from my perspective. This is looking at life. It's like getting a new set of eyeballs, you know, the planet, the alien planet coming into your 8th house. This is transforming the way you look at life. This is also going to transform your intimacy and your relationships that we talked about. There's a connection here of what does intimacy mean to you? What does business partnerships mean to you? Who do you share a bed with? Metaphorically, physically, literally, business partnerships, love partnerships. For those of you in a partnership, that probably is going to change with Uranus in this 8th house. But I know I'm getting ahead of myself here. The reason why I'm talking about this is because all of these planets hitting Uranus, some of these things might come out of nowhere this month, but get used to it. Because as the personal planets move around the wheel, and now all of these conjunctions are going to start happening in your 8th house rather than your 7th house, this is like turning on a new part of the brain. This is like, okay, how can I change up my income stream? How can I earn a living doing XYZ? YouTube, something to do with social media or media in general, or working from home, or technology, or like it's like monetizing something that you never thought you could monetize. 8th house is taboo. It's astrology, it's tarot, it's the other side. It's just thinking totally outside of the box. So yeah, Scorpio, I'm excited for you and what Uranus is going to be doing in this area of life for you over the next 6 to 7 years. So this house is definitely going to be illuminated, highlighted, activated. Your partner's finances, resources might go through some changes this month, or they might get a boost. With Venus in here, I'm hoping your money will get a boost, but it's like money from other sources, other people. Scorpio. But again, if you're on your own, if you're single, this is still money like coming in from your clients, coming in from your business, coming in from just a different revenue stream, basically. Or again, a tax return, right? 8th house is taxes as well. And alimony. It's like, how does money come to you? Government, subsidies, spousal support, parent support, inheritance, a trust fund, whatever the case may be. That's sort of being illuminated this month, Scorpio. So I know that's a lot that I babbled off. These are just examples, Scorpio. So if one of those things resonates with you, that's okay. That's good news, because again, this depends on your personal birth chart. Also shadow work, like triggers, fear, power, control issues, they might be coming up to the surface this month, Scorpio. What I've been saying to some of the other signs with 8th house activations is if someone triggers you this month, if something comes out of nowhere or something to do with the past, and it sort of throws you for a loop, or you didn't expect somebody to say something in some way to you, there's a reason for that. There's a reason this energy, again, the sun is pouring in light heat energy into this 8th house, into the psyche. So things might bubble up from the past, or triggers, or shadow work, or whatever. Just know it's happening for a reason. And I just encourage you to work with the right people to move it out of your body. I'm not saying go to a doctor and pump yourself full of pills. It could be deeper than that. Like, it's almost like get to the core or the root of the issue, work with the right people to shuffle it out of your body. And I can appreciate it's not a light switch, but it's just not a good month to keep pushing things down, because they might, with all this air and fire energy, Scorpio, I'm just concerned it might come out in unhealthy ways or psychosomatic ways. Eighth house is also connected to our health and well-being. So I want just putting in a plug there with taking care of yourself, even mentally, psychologically, can really bog us down and affect us physically beyond what we can even comprehend and beyond what even physicians can put their finger on, if that makes sense. Okay, let's jump now to the 2 full moons, one right off the hop in your sign, Scorpio, and then we have one at the end of May in Sagittarius. So a full moon in your sign, Scorpio, you are in some way, shape, or form in the spotlight this month, or maybe in the spotlight this month. Check your chart. Do you have anything around 11 degrees? If it's your rising sign, this is again shining a spotlight on your partnerships. Something coming to light, coming into your awareness from a business partner or a love partner, a marital agreement, or a contract agreement in general, or something to do with your one-to-one connections. It could be you bringing something to light, or that, like whoever they is, they could be bringing something to your attention. Changes to the physical body. Maybe you're going through first house, second house luminaries here, changes to the face, the teeth, the neck, the throat, the jaw. You could be going through some beauty treatments as well. Some of you actually could be going like out of town for that as well. I can kind of see that as well. Not saying that's a bad thing, but I do see the signature here as well. It's like getting the opinion of somebody else or getting a quote at a distance from somebody else. Yeah, your health and well-being, your physical body, your identity, your status. Again, what is your status wrapped up in? Is it work? Is it home? Is it being a grandparent? Is it being a parent? Is it being a CEO of a company? Is it, wrapped up in your marital relationship? Like something to do with status could be coming to the forefront as well for you this month. And keep in mind, full moons, yes, they illuminate something. But it's an ending. It brings something to a close. It's like a finale, and then you can move into the next chapter, because you can't have an ending without a new beginning, and vice versa, right? Now, so that's at the beginning of the month, Scorpio. It might actually manifest before May the 1st. This energy could manifest before or after the dates I have on the slide here. Now, the second full moon this month lands in your second house of work, income, finances, resources, buying and selling. Similar to what we talked about with the 8th house, money is on your mind this month, or could be. How you earn a living, what does work mean to you, your skills, your talents, your abilities, maybe learning something new, brushing up on something, embracing something new, or thoughts of that. Also, Scorpio, did I say there's a connection this month from November, December? So think back to your birthday season. What seeds did you plant back then? What were your hopes, your wishes, your dreams back then? So it would have been, around November timeframe. But December is also layered in here because of the Sagittarius energy. So something could be coming to a culmination point in May or in June. Or again, it's like those next steps, So did you start a new job back then? Did you start a new contract back then? Did you start talking to somebody back then? Did you start getting to know someone back then? Did you, do a, what do you call that? Something to do with networking or connecting with like-minded individuals. Like it's like one chapter is wrapping up and you're moving into something new, or you're taking the next step in a relationship, business, love, breaking out on your own, or changing up that contract, that agreement. That is big this month. I know I've said that, repeated myself, but that is being heavily illuminated multiple times this month for you, Scorpio. So don't be afraid to incorporate some changes, especially with Mars coming into that 7th house. Like I said, not a bad time to renegotiate, redo something similar to a Mercury retrograde. Reassess, redo, revise. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say no. It's like reassessment with your partnerships there. Some of you could be, not all of you, but some of you, there we go, could be getting a new job, or thoughts of getting a new job, or changing jobs, or changing your work in some way, shape, or form, whatever that means to you. Buying, selling material possessions, getting rid of things that you don't need, which is not a bad thing, because as soon as we release something, we hold space for something new. That holds true for anything: people, places, things, relationships, material possessions, money in general. It's like that new energy coming in. So not a bad month either to clean out the closets, get rid of things, have a garage sale, get rid of anything you don't like. This is material possession. So if you don't use something, you don't need something, not a bad time to sell it and make some cash, because you definitely have a lot of energy in that eighth house. So again, money flowing to you, and getting creative on new income streams, monetizing side hustles if that interests you, selling things around the house, getting rid of things, tightening up that belt when it comes to your budget, Scorpio. It's again, this energy could go so many different ways. But anyway, I know that was a lot. So yeah, forgive me. There's a lot of areas of life that are being activated this month, Scorpio. But enjoy this energy, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey, Sagittarius, welcome to May, and let's break down the month ahead. Busy, busy, busy month ahead, Sag. So forgive me, I'm going to be jumping around. There's 3 lunations this month. Lots of packed energy in your 5th house, 6th house, 7th house, 8th house. But what I'm going to focus on is the 4 areas of life. So the 6th, the 7th, the 1st, and the 12th houses are being illuminated for you this month, Sag. So let's break this down. And again, the dates are on the slide. So take notes or take a screenshot, and I will give you some examples. I'm going to give you tons of information, but it does not mean every single thing is going to manifest, Sag. So apply this to your circumstance, take what resonates, and leave the rest. Okay, let's start with the energy in Taurus in your 6th house there. So depending on when you're watching this video, we have the sun there and we have Mercury there. And we also have a brand new beginning, Sagittarius, in this area of life. So new moon, middle of the month approximately, give or take a day or two, depending on where you are on the planet. This is a busy area of life, Sagittarius. So this is about your day-to-day habits and routines. It's running here, running there. It's your work-life balance is brought up in the 6th house as well. Running the kids here, running the kids there, getting back to work, leaving work early, going to pick them up, going to pick up food, going to dance class, whatever it is, Sag, for you. This is all about the day-to-day dirty or good habits that you have. So something in this area of life, Sag, does have to change. Food, nutrition, diet is also in this area of life as well. That's why I said those dirty habits. I know we all have them, Sag. I'm not picking on you. But something here, I'm thinking Sagittarius has to change in this area of life, especially with Mars coming into this area. He will help you cut and sever something that is just not working for you in this area of life. Now, if the diet, the health, the nutrition, the routines doesn't resonate with you, or, if you are healthy as a horse, so to speak, and that doesn't resonate, this would be your working environment. This would be whether you own a business or run a business. This is changes on the work front. This is new people coming in, people resigning. This could be you, Sagittarius, getting a new job, by the way. If you work for somebody else, like if you're not an entrepreneur, this could be you finding something new, finding work that lights you up, lifts you up. Maybe some of you are actually getting into like a nutrition type of, or food, nutrition, diet, exercise, that sort of business or element could be incorporated into your work. Again, that's not going to resonate with all of you, but I'm sort of feeling it with this Taurus energy. Taurus also rules sort of what we ingest in the body. And then the 6th house is quite literally diet, health, nutrition as well, and how we take care of our physical body, Sag. So definitely here, new energy coming in. I would just encourage you to make sure you don't pick up a dirty habit. Because I can see that as well with the sun here, Mercury here, a new beginning here. That's a possibility as well, Sagittarius. And I'm not here to preach. I mean, I'm just here to read the energy as it lies. But the possibility is there. So I'm just asking you to take it higher, Sag, take it higher. Now, some of you, this could be new pets, new animals coming into the household, or pets and animals needing that extra attention or that extra care, a little bit of TLC. They could be in focus in some way, shape, or form this month as well. If you own a farm, Sagittarius, if you happen to own a farm or big animals, like I'm thinking horses and cows or buffalo or anything like that, that also is coming into focus this month in some way, shape, or form. Like maybe you're getting, like some of you could be receiving a new herd or releasing, like selling it. I know that's really specific, but that's kind of what they're showing me. Some sort of transaction with large animals, like not cats and dogs, like big animals. And Sag, you do have a connection to larger animals because you have an affiliation, a connection to horse energy as well. So I love that coming in for you this month. Okay, what else? Sixth house is also aunts, uncles. It depends on your relationship with them, though. So there could be new beginnings with them or new beginnings with maybe a relationship with an aunt or an uncle. Sixth house is also rental agreements, leases. So new moon, new energy, signing a new lease, signing on the dotted line, or again, with Mars coming in here, I can see it going either way, like you breaking a lease, cutting a lease, ending a lease. I mean, you can't really have a new beginning without an ending, right? Just like the lunations this month, heavy emphasis on endings versus new beginnings, but it doesn't mean the new beginnings can't come in right after that ending or right after that full moon lunation. Like, yeah, something coming to a culmination point, which we'll get to when we chat about the full moons here. So new work, new endeavors, new routines, or something here, like I said, has to change in this area of life, Sag. Also something to do with licensing or something along those lines. I'm hearing that loud and clear as well. Or maybe somebody's getting their license, or it could be you or your kids or grandkids or something along those lines, but something about licensing. In-home daycare, I'm also hearing loud and clear as well, Sag. Again, I don't know if that resonates with you or not, but I'm hearing that as well. Again, sixth house is very busy. It's how are you showing up? How are you being of service? Co-workers, changes in the workplace, changes with the atmosphere or the environment of the workplace as well. Okay, enough about the sixth house. Once this energy moves into your seventh house, I mean, Venus is already there. Sun will eventually join the party, Mercury as well, connecting, activating, I should say, Uranus that's newly in your seventh house. So if you haven't already done so, I have separate videos down below. You can check them out if you're interested about Uranus moving into your seventh house. Also Saturn, Neptune in your fifth house, Pluto in your third house. I always make separate videos, Sag, so check that out down below. But activations to Uranus, seventh house of partnerships, my friends, plus a full moon shining a spotlight in this area of life. Anything to do with one-to-one connections is coming in hot and heavy. This could be your current partnerships coming into focus, reigniting that spark with your current partner, with Mars still in your fifth house, depending on when you're watching this. This is that bringing in that sexuality, that romance, that incredible spark of life that brought you two together in the first place. Maybe some of you are renewing your vows, getting to know each other in a new, different way, whatever that means to you, Sagittarius. It's just reconnecting with them on a heart, mind, body, soul, sexual connection. Now, for those of you single and looking, wow. First of all, your love life is going to go through an incredible roller coaster ride, whether it's you or your partner. If you're in a committed partnership, this could be your partner going through a lot of changes. But if you're single, Sag, man, Venus in here, Mercury, the sun, Eventually, Mars will connect with Venus, moving into your 8th house of sex, of intimacy. Mars ruling over sex and intimacy. I like this, Sag, for you. It's good news when like I said, the lovers of the sky have sex with each other, and this is really hitting nice areas of your chart, Sag. So whether you're single or connected, really nice energy coming into your partnerships as well. But again, if that doesn't resonate with you, this is still nice energy coming into your friendship circles, opportunities coming in through friends, from friends, business partnerships, work colleagues. Like it's still a nice energy, even if you don't connect with the sexuality aspect of it. Because sexuality from a creative standpoint, that could be another outlet, is creative projects, creative endeavors, what lights you up and lifts you up, Sag. It's doing something that you like for a change. It's like bringing the spark back in your own life, as another example. Let's see here. Yeah, putting the spotlight on contracts, agreements, negotiations, renegotiations, business agreements, collaboration efforts, friendship circles, family even, and of course marital agreements as well, Sagittarius. So that's sort of the focus for the month ahead. Relationships, work, being of service, how you're showing up every day, or who you're showing up for or to every day. That's going to be the spotlight this month. Okay, let's move to the full moons now, Sag. So yes, we have 2 this month, very rare. It's not every day that we have 3 lunations in a month. Right off the hop, we have a full moon in Scorpio in your 12th house. And then at the end of the month, we have a full moon in your sign, Sagittarius. So this is really nice. You are in the spotlight in some way, shape, or form. But first, let's talk about that 12th house. This is something coming to light, Sagittarius. Now, this could be you bringing something out in the open, or this could be somebody else. It is Scorpio type of energy, so it's hard to say if it's going to be literal or metaphysical or spiritual or an awakening. It's hard to say if it's going to be loud and proud in your face or if it's going to be more of a quieter transit for you. It really depends on how this is hitting your personal birth chart. But the 12th house is about endings and new beginnings in general. So extra emphasis on, as I mentioned before, your habits, your day-to-day routines. Are they working for you? Are they working against you? And looking at everything, Sagittarius, not just focusing in on what is working. It's looking at what is not working, looking at the shadow aspect of your routine. Is picking up that cigarette every day really helping you? And if you're saying yes, 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 is it really? Like, I challenge you to almost like doing a little bit of shadow work on yourself. And it doesn't have to be intense or crazy. You don't need to take it to the next level and go, sit in the middle of the bush and see what happens type of thing. But it's sort of like shining a spotlight on even the skeletons in your closet, Sagittarius, if that makes sense. Again, this is not going to resonate for all of you. This is also, how are you spending your time? Who are you spending your time with? Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? What do those one-to-one connections look like? Do you enjoy doing that on a weekly basis? Like, are there some friends that drain you? Are there some friends that light you up? Are there some friends that encourage you? Do you have people that support you? It's sort of those conversations that could be coming up this month. Again, with yourself. 12th house is like hidden behind closed doors, Sagittarius. Spirituality, awakenings, sleep routines could be coming up for some revision, or again, something bringing something to your attention. Again, this is shining a spotlight on your work, your day-to-day duties and responsibilities at work, whatever that means. Something I think I forgot to mention, Sag, sorry, I know I'm bouncing around. Those of you that own a business, run a business. Lots of energy in that 7th house. That's who we attract to us. Clients, partnerships. So your clientele is also going to go through an overhaul with Uranus in your 7th house. But the Sun and Mercury and Venus here, I'm hoping will help attract the right people to you, but also the right practitioners to you from a health and well-being standpoint. So I don't think I mentioned that, or forgive me if I forgot. Also re-looking at your pricing structure, or looking at new ways clients can pay you, for example. That could be also coming, like embracing technology, basically. Sorry, Sag, like I said, all over the map with these readings, just because there's so many areas of life that are being activated here, so forgive me. 12th house, last thing I'll say about the 12th house. Hidden gifts, talents, and abilities that come to the surface or come into your awareness this month. That could be a possibility as well. Now, your other full moon in your sign, Sag. Yes, we finally got to your full moon. If you have anything around 9 degrees, this is just putting that extra emphasis, that extra energy on you. So if it's your sun sign, it could have something to do with traveling, foreign shores, foreign places, working with people at a distance, reaching out to a higher, wider audience, dealing with people from all walks of life, different cultural backgrounds, kind of tied into your client base, if that resonates. Career situations, career changes. Again, your 6th house is also being illuminated this month. So again, I'm seeing that twice with job changes, career changes, or thoughts of that. Changes to your identity, physicality. Full moon in the 1st house, it could be hairstyle, doing something with the face or the neck, or changing something up with regards to your personality or what you're known for. Also shining a spotlight again on your partnerships, like what we talked about there. Partnerships, clients, business contracts, business affiliates, collaborations, family, friends, one-to-one connections, marriage, love, being single, not single, definitely a spotlight being sort of expressed from you to them or them to you, whoever them is, if that makes sense. And your approach to life, Sag, this could be, think back to November, December, think back to your birthday cycle. What did you start back then? What sort of crept into your mind back then? What changes did you make back then? Again, it could be work, it could be home. I think I forgot to mention that, lots of activations with the big angles here. It could be home, family, foundation as well, changes on the home front. Changes to your partnerships, changes at work. Like full moon in the 1st house, Sag, really illuminates multiple areas of life. So think back to your birthday cycle, the most recent one, November, December time frame. This is sort of like a next chapter. This is, where are you going to take the energy? Did you start to get to know someone back then? And then now it's about taking it to the next level. Or again, it could be job changes, career changes, something to do with your kiddos, something to do with your family, your grandchildren, your place of living. Maybe something to do with creative projects, side hustles. Monetizing something, looking at a second stream of income, Sag. Like this really could be activating so many different areas of life. So, but anyway, I think I threw a lot at you, Sag, by babbling on here. So much energy this month, like multiple activations. Yeah, really nice energy coming in for each and every one of us this month. So, utilize this energy, Sag, to the best of your advantage, depending on your circumstances, of course, and what you're going through right now. But a really nice month ahead. So I wish you all the best, Sag, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey Capricorn, welcome to May. Let's break down the month ahead. Busy, busy, busy month ahead, Capricorn, which actually you'll probably enjoy, but there's 4 areas of life that are being activated this month. So let's dive right in and start with where the sun is illuminating 2 respective areas of life. So your 5th house and your 6th house, Capricorn. Also, just another plug reminder, Uranus newly in your 6th house. Check out the links in the description box below if you want to learn more about the Uranus energy, what Uranus brings to the table, and what this could mean to you, for you, for the next 6 to 7 years. But yeah, lots of activations in this 6th house with Mercury, the sun, eventually Mars coming into contact with Uranus. We're just coming off that Venus-Uranus conjunction, I guess, depending on when you're watching this, that happened around April 24th. But technically that happened in Taurus. So it's kind of like the last hurrah, the last conjunctions of all these personal planets crashing into Uranus in your 5th house. That will not happen again for some of you in your lifetime, or depending on your age, Uranus will come back around to this area of life, but not for another 80 years or so, Capricorn. So anyway, let's start with this beautiful 5th house energy. You have a new moon here, and forgive me, Capricorn, I'm going to be bouncing around. The dates are on the slide. Feel free to take a screenshot, take notes. But new moon, middle of the month, give or take a day or two, depending on where you are on the planet, Capricorn. Fresh new energy coming into this 5th house. The sun is there. Mercury is there. Eventually, Mars will join the party as well. But the 5th house, Capricorn, I love. First of all, it makes a trine to your planet's placements points. 5th house is all about children, grandchildren, love affairs, dating, romance, sex, creativity, self-expression, channeling this into a hobby, monetizing a hobby, getting a side hustle off the ground, chasing after love, chasing after that partnership, whatever the case may be. It's the house of entertainment, joy, pleasure, Capricorn. So I love this. The 5th house, this is where the spark of life starts. It's a fertility house. Fertility, that's why I always talk about fertility, pregnancy in the 5th house. That's why it rules children, grandchildren, and also this is the house, you know, you're asked way back in school, what do you want to do when you grow up? Who do you want to be when you grow up? And you say whatever you want to be. That all starts in the 5th house, Capricorn. So I love this energy for you. Obviously, everyone's going to utilize it in different ways. If this is hitting your sun sign, if you have anything around 25 degrees, sun sign would be your health, well-being, vitality. This would be connected to your career, father figures in your life, could also be mother figures in your life, changing up something to do with your business, or again, monetizing something. It's like that second income stream. If it's your rising sign, relationships. So this could be in love, this could be in business, this could be in marriage, this could be holidays, vacations with your current marital partnership or partner. New love finding its way to you, for you, Capricorn, putting yourself out there, making those connections. I mean, Venus and Mars making a sextile from your 5th house to your 7th house, Capricorn. This is incredible for sexual intimacy. Incredible, like off the charts. If anyone, you're one of the lucky signs of having this energy coming from that 5th house of romance, dating, sexuality, and your 7th house of partnerships, Capricorn. Now, for some of you, you might say, well, I'm not interested in that. Well, then channel this energy to creative projects, creative outlets, holidays, taking a break, having some fun, entertainment, whatever that means to you, for you, and or business connections, business partnerships, Capricorn. So regardless, however you look at this, incredible energy coming in for each and every one of us. Yeah, I love this energy. Now, if it's your moon sign around 25 degrees, this would be changes on the home front. Changes to the emotional body. The moon, though, is also connected to health, well-being, vitality as well. But this is nice energy. This is flowing energy coming into whatever you're watching for right now, Capricorn. So I love it. I love, love, love this energy. So enjoy the fifth house energy, Capricorn, because once the sun and Mercury move into Gemini, and Venus is in there right now, she's going to hop into Cancer middle of the month. It's kind of like back to work, back to school type of energy. It's nose to the grindstone again, but it's going to be different this time around. Why do I say that? Because the sun, Mercury, eventually Mars are going to be coming into contact with Uranus newly in this sixth house, Capricorn. So this is going to feel different. This is going to activate something new and different in you that some of you may have never felt before. It's like a new way of work. It's a new way of how you are going to approach work, how you're showing up and being of service, Capricorn. Also duty, habits, routines, responsibility. All of that is going to shift and change with Uranus in here over the next 6 to 7 years. Now, with the sun and Mercury coming in here, I'm not saying this area of life is going to go through an entire overhaul, but it's going to have that different feel with this connection to Uranus. And yes, it's going to be in the spotlight because the sun and Mercury is pouring in light, heat, energy into this area of life. But it's going to start making you think differently. It's like turning on a new part of the brain. Like, okay, how can I make work for me? How can I work harder but smarter? Or how can I make money in my sleep? How can I utilize technology more? How can I, like, it's those questions, Capricorn, that I think Capricorns are really good at. But all of your work houses, Capricorn, are in air signs. And this is going to be on fire for many, 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 many years because we got Pluto in Aquarius, Saturn and Neptune in Aries, Uranus in Gemini, and just wait until Jupiter moves into Leo. That's the final piece of the puzzle that's coming together here, connecting your finances, resources, work, how you show up for work, how you earn a living, how many multiple income streams that you have or will have in the near future, and restructuring what work-life balance means to you, what home family foundation means to you. But anyway, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. I got to pull myself out of the rabbit hole here. But this is also going to overhaul your health and well-being, Capricorn. How you take care of your vessel, your body, your diet, your habits, your routines. The good, the bad, the ugly, Capricorn, is covered in the sixth house. So it's not turning a blind eye at those dirty habits that you have, Capricorn. The addiction to sugar, caffeine, smoking, drinking, whatever. You know, habits can mean so many different things. And I'm not saying all habits are bad, Capricorn, but it's like you're turning your critical eye, because you are ruled by Saturn, but Uranus is going to bring a different scope to it. It's like changing out your eyeballs, looking at this area of life from a brand new vantage point and a different perspective. So work is going to be completely different for you. And it could start this month, Capricorn. It really could. Some of you could look at also, if you own a business, run a business, this could be about changing your staffing structure, changing how you run your business, change how you show up in your business, hiring new people. This could be about changes in the workplace, changes to your work colleagues if you work for somebody else. Sixth house is also rental agreements, Capricorn, so that could be going through some change this month as well. But again, focus. With Venus in here, I'm hoping she'll bring you in some money from this area of life, but I can also see you might have to spend money. You know, you might need to spend money to make money this month, especially in a house of work. But yeah, it's about thinking differently, Capricorn, with everything. Like the sixth house is anything and everything. And making in conjuncts to your planet's placements points, it might get uncomfortable. This energy might really push you, some of you, outside of your comfort zone, especially depending on your generation, depending on where Pluto is in your birth chart. You know, are you the Pluto and Leo generation, the Virgo generation, the Libra, Scorpio, Sag generation, part of the Capricorn generation. You know, that's also going to play a part as well, because there's a lot of Capricorns out there running big organizations, governments, big institutions. We're going to see this ripple out beyond us, so to speak, beyond personal Capricorns, because a lot of Capricorns out there are going to be changing the landscape of how we work and diet, health, nutrition. Anyway, let me get off my soapbox here, Capricorn. Yeah, I feel like I could just talk about that for hours and hours and hours. But anyway, sorry, talking too much. Anyway, hopefully that gives you some ideas, some things to chew on, Capricorn, for the month ahead. Now, let's jump to those full moons. Right off the hop, we have a full moon in Scorpio in your 11th house, and at the end of May, we have a full moon in Sagittarius in your 12th house. Keep in mind this energy could manifest before the day or after the day. It's not so much about the exact days or dates. Full moon in your 11th house, this again is endings, culmination points, something coming to your awareness, or somebody shining a spotlight on something for you. Now, it could be you or it could be somebody else. 11th house is siblings, usually older siblings, but I'm going to just in general say siblings. Changes in their situation. Friendship circles, groups, affiliations, unions, networking, rubbing shoulders with like-minded people, or again, professional settings, personal settings. It's the people that you surround yourself with, Capricorn. It's also your role, the role you play in these groups, affiliations, associations, things like that. So something here, yes, could be illuminated, but could be up for some change as well. Like full moons, I find they bring something to our attention. And it's sort of like, okay, it's a fork in the road. It's like, do we want to keep doing what we're doing, or do we want to change something up in this respective area of life? 11th house is also gains from the career. So this could be tapping into your financial situation, income streams, how you earn a living. 11th house is also social media, Capricorn. So for those of you that own a business, run a business, entrepreneurship, you know, how are you reaching a higher, wider audience? What sort of clients are you attracting to you? Do you want to change something about that? Do you want to change your relationship to social media, your website, things like that? Or do you want to hire someone to start doing this for you, or reinventing your website, social media platforms, whatever the case may be? 11th house is also long-term commitments and goals, Capricorn. So maybe you reach a goal this month. Maybe you reach a milestone this month, and now it's kind of like pen and paper. What are my next steps? How am I going to be strategic about you fill in the blank? Money, business, resources, retirement, whatever the case may be. Also, by the way, if you are retired, all that 6th house energy I was talking about, again, how are you showing up being of service? Volunteer, humanitarian efforts are being highlighted this month. Pickleball, sporting events, reconnecting with your children, your grandchildren, traveling. Like, what is it that you do on a day-to-day basis, or how are you showing up for humanity? Or again, fill in the blank, your family, your partner, whatever the case may be. Are you volunteering? Like, are you being a mentor, a teacher, a coach, downloading your information to the younger upcoming generation? So that's the full moon in Scorpio, Capricorn. Last but not least, full moon in your 12th house. Everyone is going to experience this differently if this is your true 12th house, Capricorn. I don't know if this is a loud, proud, in-your-face moment with a full moon in the 12th house. Sometimes this can be a quieter energy, epiphanies, aha moments, awakenings, needing to take a step back, needing to take a break from everything or someone or your job. But some of you might experience, now this could be you, Capricorn, like this shining a spotlight on, you know, what is happening behind closed doors. So this could be news coming in. This could be you breaking the news to somebody else. Again, changes on the work front because it is shining a spotlight on that 6th house energy. This could be about changes, shuffling at the top of the food chain that maybe catch you off guard. So maybe you're working the 9 to 5 or you're working a government job and there's suddenly changes coming down the pipe and you need to adapt and adjust. Or something's being illuminated from a health and well-being standpoint. Maybe this is connecting with the right practitioner, finding the right practitioner, especially with all that 6th house energy. I think I forgot to mention that. Tests, finding a good healthcare practitioner or practitioner in general look good this month. You'll also have this energy next month as well, with the sun still being in here. I mean, Mercury, Venus are exiting middle of the month, but again, Mars coming into the 6th house can also indicate finding the right surgeon or finding the right practitioner to help you out with something as well, taking action on your health, Capricorn. This could shine a spotlight on your sleep patterns, sleep habits, sleep routines. Again, think anything to do with what's happening behind closed doors. Are you working on something? This is your hidden gifts, talents, abilities. This is a reflection point. Where is your time, your energy, your effort being spent, Capricorn? So like I said, everyone's going to experience this differently. Some of you, it could be a psychological shift. Like I said, an epiphany, an aha moment, an awakening. Synchronicity might be really high as well with a full moon in the 12th house of Sagittarius. If you're traveling this month, Capricorn, again, synchronicity might find you, especially with partnership. The 12th house ruler is sitting in your 7th house of partnership. So, for those of you single and looking, you might meet someone traveling for business or for personal reasons. Venus in the 6th house, moving into your 7th house, also helps attract the right partner to you, business or love. Venus in the 6th house, you could find love at work. So you could already work with this person. Or if you happen to change jobs this month, Capricorn, I'm seeing it this month and or next month as well. Again, you could find love in the workplace or in the same vicinity as you as well. Or it's kind of like getting to know someone behind closed doors intimately as well. So yeah, lots of nice energy coming in this month, Capricorn. It's just, how are you going to utilize this energy? What changes are you going to make? Yeah, I just feel like the wheels are going to be turning this month for you, Capricorn. I can't. That's all they keep showing me is like the gears. It's like looking at your life, your lifestyle, everything about your life. This is just the beginning of it totally shifting and changing, and how you work is going to completely shift and change. But I know I've said that before. But anyway, Capricorn, enjoy the month of May. I know that's a lot that I threw at you there. Hopefully at least 1 or 2 things you can take away for the month ahead that resonate with you. But beautiful energy. As I mentioned, that 5th house energy makes aspects and opportunities to you, Capricorn. Same with, I don't think I mentioned, gains from the 11th house coming your way, opportunities coming in from networks, from people that you already know. It may not be your BFF, but it's like somebody in your social network. There could be opportunities coming at you from them as well. Networking events, if you get invited to them, I would really encourage you to go to them as well. Opportunities could find you there as well, personal or professional events. All right, Capricorn, enjoy the month of May, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey, Aquarius, welcome to May. There is a lot to unpack this month, Aquarius, so I'm just going to get hot and heavy right to it here. 4 areas of life are being activated this month. That's what I'm going to cover off as examples. I'm going to throw a lot at you, Aquarius, and hopefully at least 1 or 2 things resonate with you. And as always, take what resonates, leave the rest. And I have the dates on the slide here because, forgive me, I am going to be bouncing around. There's a lot to talk about, lots of activations, Aquarius. Okay, first let's start with the sun. The sun is pouring light, heat, energy along with Mercury, Mars, and Venus into your 4th house, 5th house this month, my friends. So let's break this down. You also have a new moon in your 4th house as well. So this is approximately the middle of the month, Aquarius. If you have anything around 25 degrees, this is going to add in an additional layer. So if it's your sun sign, it could be about your career, your purpose, your vitality, health and well-being. Could also be about mother, father, authority figures in your life, fresh new starts with them, fresh new starts on the work or career front. If it's your moon sign, it's changes on the home front, which I'll get to in a second. It is literally in your 4th house. If it's your rising sign, this could do with relationships or be about something to do with relationships, whether in love or in business or contracts, agreements, negotiations, something to do with working from home, work-life balance, or something to do with your identity this month. Similar messages to the sun, health and well-being, how you're taking care of your vessel, but also your status. Like, what do you identify with? Are you a stay-at-home parent? Are you a CEO? Are you in between jobs right now? Are you trying to get a side hustle off the ground? That could be incorporated into this fresh new beginning this month as well. Okay, let's start with that 4th house. Pretty straightforward. Home, family, foundation, like I mentioned. Your security, or what you consider to be your security, Aquarius. 4th house is also retirement. You know, you do have a lunation, 2 lunations in your 10th house, 4th house here this month. So spotlight could be on, as I mentioned, work-life balance, parenting, you as a parent or how you parent, or your parents, mother, father, authority figures, bosses, people in a power position or in authority position. Now that could be you, Aquarius, again, depending on your circumstances. But there's some sort of connection here to career and home and fresh new beginnings here. The past, something to do with the past coming back around, or once Mars hops in here, it's kind of like letting go of the past once and for all, and not letting people from your past either bring you down or manipulate you or Debbie down you or bully you or tell you what to do, whatever the case may be. Because the 4th house is things that technically are behind closed doors, you know, and it is a house of endings too, Aquarius, but you can't have an ending without a new beginning on the other side, and vice versa here. So simple examples here would be just changes on the home front. Maybe some of you are quite literally moving, but this would have to hit your IC dead on. Thoughts of moving, or this could initiate. This could be kind of like the final straw energy. Like, we got to get out of here. I got to stop renting. I want to buy property, or I want to downsize. I want to sell, and I just want to rent. I don't want, you know, property responsibilities, duties. This could be kids leaving the nest. This could be people moving in with you. Lots of energy on the home front, Aquarius. You could be renovating as well. Especially once Mars gets in here, excellent energy to channel it and renovate and pull things apart and fix things and get your house spick and span, cleaning, whatever you want to call it. It's like getting your foundations in order, whatever that means for you, Aquarius. So I do like this energy. Really nice energy, really constructive energy. Yes, it does square your energy. Just keep that in mind. So you might feel restless in the home. You might feel agitated in the home, especially once Mars gets in here. But there's a reason for that. This energy is asking you, clearly there's something that needs to change in your, quite literally, the foundation of your life. Okay, so that's the energy of the 4th house, Aquarius. Now, 5th house energy is also being highlighted this month. Now, you're going to like this energy a lot better because it flows more nicely into your planets, placements, points, whatever you're watching for right now. So Venus is already in here. Sun and Mercury will join the party middle of the month approximately. And eventually, yes, Mars will get here as well, but not for another 6 weeks or so. Venus in here, I love. So this is the house of romance, sex, dating, self-expression, creativity, hobbies, monetizing a hobby. This is also the house, Aquarius, of your children and your grandchildren, and it is the house of fertility. Now, You're probably going to hear me say this over and over and over again. With Uranus in here, this could be fertility surprises. I'm just going to throw it out there. Now, if you're saying to yourself, no, I'm too old, or, you know, I'm fixed, or whatever the case may be, Aquarius, I hear you. I hear you. Not everybody watching these videos are like young bucks, you know, ready to populate the planet here. But still, this is your house of grandchildren. So if it's not you, you might have surprises with suddenly grandbabies coming into your life. Or maybe you start dating someone and they have children or they have grandchildren. So then see, that changes up your relationship to their kids or their grandkids, right? So that's what I mean about fertility. And activations to Uranus, so the Sun and Mercury are going to activate Uranus. Venus and Uranus already came together around the 24th of April, but that was in Taurus. But I mean, it was pretty darn close to your 5th house cusp anyway there. So, like I said, it doesn't mean you're going to get pregnant, Aquarius. It does not mean that at all, because this can also be creative projects, creative endeavors, downloads that are coming out of the blue. Like suddenly you do a 180 with a hobby. Like say you have a hobby of, well, Gemini rules vehicles and transportation. So I'll use that as an example. Say you restore old classic cars, let's say. That will probably do a 180 in the next 6 to 7 years with Uranus in here. And then once personal planets activate it over and over and over again by square, by opposition, by conjunction, by trine, sextile, slowly but surely your hobbies and creative projects and creative endeavors and what lights you up and lifts you up is going to shift and change. Now, for some of you, I'm not saying you're going to drop one hobby and move into another. Some of you will. When I experienced this energy, that's what happened to me, actually. My hobbies completely changed, and they did do, I'm going to say a 360. They did not do a 180. But you bring different energy to the table, Aquarius. And it does not mean that you can't take an existing hobby, and it just means maybe you incorporate AI, maybe you incorporate technology, maybe, I don't know, later on down the road, you hire a whole bunch of robots to do the work for you. So anything can happen. It's like all bets are off with Uranus coming into Gemini, into your 5th house of, this is where the spark of life happens. That's why we call it the fertility house, creative projects. It's like birthing something new, Aquarius. I could so go down the rabbit hole with this. I know I'm speaking high level here, but there's so many activations here. This is going to feel so different with Venus and Mercury and the Sun moving into this area of life. That's kind of what I'm getting at here is suddenly if you feel different and you're like, you know what, I'm not into that anymore. I'm going to shift into that. And this goes for relationships too and dating. If you're single and looking, my goodness, Uranus in here is going to blow the lid off of your dating experience, Aquarius, depending on your age, of course, okay? And for those of you that are single, maybe you had a specific type, same thing. It's probably going to do a 180, and you're going to be attracting in very different people that you normally maybe wouldn't be attracted to in the past. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. So this can be, like I said, so many different avenues. It can manifest in so many different ways. This is just the beginning, Aquarius. So I'm just giving you a few, things to digest, chew on, think about, examples. And this is in the 5th house, which is really nice. I love the 5th house. I love the 11th house. It's like anything can happen, but it starts with you, Aquarius. And again, the spark of life starts within us. And this is where we take businesses to the next level. This is where downloads come in, and you're birthing something new that is unique and special, that has your own unique thumbprint to it, if that makes sense. Like nobody, whatever you're creating right now, Aquarius, or thinking about or hoping to put out there, is going to be different from everyone else because you're going to put your own unique spin on it, if that makes sense. So those are the 2 areas of life that are being highlighted. For those of you single and looking, like I said, Mars and Venus connecting in a nice way this month, and the energy is going to linger into next month as well. You could meet somebody at work. You can meet somebody in your local vicinity, local environment. You could meet somebody, again, through hobbies, through special interests, through traveling, through just entertainment, whatever entertainment means to you, for you. And even local is definitely emphasized here. Local is emphasized, but once Venus comes into contact with Jupiter next month, there's the international connection, but it could also mean a friend, like somebody that's already in your bubble, your social bubble, whether it's close or far away, whatever the case may be. It's like I can see a friendship taking a friendship to the next level as well, Aquarius. But regardless, put yourself out there. Venus in the 5th house, the great attractor, attracting in love and benefits to you, for you, attracting in money. Those of you in a solid, stable relationship, travel, entertainment, do something cool together, do something funky, unusual, challenge yourselves. Like build something, like do something you would never normally do, that pushes you both outside of your comfort zone, so you have something to sort of share and talk about, and then build on that experience, Aquarius. Yeah, this is a really nice building type of energy, taking those relationships to the next level. Even getting to know your team of coworkers, team events, getting to know them on a different, deeper level, so you can connect with them in new ways as well. Okay, so those are the 2 areas of life, Aquarius. Let's jump upstairs to the 2 full moons at the top of your sky, or higher in the sky. So right off the hop, full moon in Scorpio, beginning of May. This could manifest before, so in April, or after May the 1st. Now, this is shining a spotlight on your career, Aquarius. Career, your higher calling, your higher purpose, your public image, your status. So what do I mean by status? Again, who or what do you identify with, Aquarius? That is coming into the spotlight. And because it's a square, Scorpio and Taurus energy square your energy, Aquarius. So there could be some changes here. There could be some challenges, but squares are not trying to make your life miserable. Squares are trying to break you out of your comfort zone and bring in that new light, bring in that new energy, bring in that change that you need. And this is in your 10th house. So quite literally, some of you could be changing jobs, or again, something to do with the work is changing this month, Aquarius. So it might not have anything to do with you. It's just that maybe you have to pivot and adjust to these new changes. Maybe some of you are getting a new boss. Maybe some of you are getting some new colleagues. Again, work-life balance, working from home, going back into the office, whatever the circumstances are, there's some changes here that might need to, or adjustments that might need to take place. Also, your parents are coming into focus as well, if they're still with us. Parents, grandparents, people that raised you, authority figures in your life. And you as a parent, Aquarius. You as a parent or a grandparent could be, again, there's some adjustments here that need to take place this month, possibly. But it could stem from changes from home or work, if that makes sense. Now, a full moon in your 11th house of Sagittarius. Now, this is happening at the end of May. So again, illuminating or manifesting before the 31st or after so actually this full moon energy at the end of the month might take you into June. If you have any planets placements at 9 degrees of Aquarius, this is going to add an additional layer. So again, sun sign, career changes, moon sign, home changes. You see the pattern and the theme here? Because I know I've repeated myself. Rising sign, this would be changes to your identity or again, your status. So see how I'm repeating myself? That's a good thing. That means that if I'm seeing it twice, 2 or 3 times in the birth chart, and I'm just using a belly button basic chart, Aquarius, that probably means that you're going to have some sort of manifestation in those respective areas of life. So, which is good news. Relationship changes as well. Love coming in through friendship circles, business partnerships coming through friendship circles, or friends feeding you work, or vice versa. Signing contracts, agreements, negotiations, signing on the dotted line, making a commitment to someone or something. 11th house is also siblings. It is connected to older siblings, Aquarius, but I want to break it open to just siblings in general. There could be changes in their life. Full moons, though, endings, culmination, or something coming to your like something coming to light, something coming into your awareness, whether it's psychological, literal, you bringing something to light, or somebody around you bringing something to the forefront, if that makes sense. So 11th house, friends, friendship circles, unions, affiliations, networking, social media, the internet, long-term commitments, goals. 11th house is also your role within these groups or friendship circles. It's anyone you surround yourself with, Aquarius. So there could be some changes here, or again, something is brought to light. Maybe suddenly you're like, you know what? Why am I doing everything? Why am I don't know, say you run a club or an organization and you're like, why am I doing everything? Why am I organizing everything? Let's pass the torch to somebody else, or let's change the rules or the policies or procedures or whatever, so I'm not doing everything. You know, Aquarius, it could be something along those lines. Or again, your role with these committees or boards or union affiliations or networks could be changing as well. It could just be going through an overhaul. So again, it could be you changing the structure of this area of life, or somebody else, and then you have to pivot and adjust, if that makes sense. But regardless, endings, new beginnings, you can't have a new beginning without an ending, and vice versa. Also, Aquarius, think back to November and December. There could be a connection back then to this month and to June as well, because the lunations in the full moon in Sagittarius is going to carry us into June as well, Aquarius. So anyway, I know that's a lot. I know I babbled off a lot there. So those are some examples. Not everything that I said is going to come to fruition, but at least it gives you something to think about, and hopefully at least one or two things you can take away from this and sort of percolate on. And maybe look forward to, Aquarius, because again, that 5th house energy, Uranus in your 5th house, these conjunctions, activations, I love it. I absolutely love it for you. This is just, you are on fire, Aquarius, in a good way. Pluto, Uranus, Saturn, Neptune, wait till Jupiter moves into Leo. Yeah, complete overhaul of your life, Aquarius. But I know I've said that to you before. But anyway, enjoy the month of May, my friends, and we'll see you back here in June. Bye for now. Hey Pisces, welcome to May, and let's break down the month ahead. We have 4 activations, life area activations, I should say, this month. And yeah, very busy month ahead. Lots to unpack, Pisces. I apologize in advance. I'm going to be all over the map describing these 4 areas of life. I have the dates on the slide here, so take a screenshot, snapshot, make some notes here, and let's just right away dive into the 2 areas of life where the sun is pouring in light, heat, energy. And also Mercury, Venus, Mars is also concentrated in these respective areas of life as well, Pisces. So let's first start with your 3rd house. And keep in mind you have a new moon here. So it's middle of the month, give or take a day or two, depending on where you are on the planet, on the 16th of the month. And Pisces, do you have anything around 25 degrees? This is going to add in an additional layer. So if it's your sun sign, this could be new career opportunities coming in, or new ways to utilize technology to make your life easier. This could be something to do with health, well-being, vitality. If it's your moon sign, this is new beginnings on the home front, home, family, security, foundation. And if it's your rising sign, this could also have something to do with health, well-being, vitality, your physical body, the vessel that you're walking around with, or in, I should say, not with, but Also, relationships and partnerships could also be highlighted this month, or again, new moons mean new energy, fresh new starts, new beginnings, or planting those seeds of intention for what you want to manifest in this respective area of life, Pisces. So let's start with the third house, the mind, communication, learning something new. This is also transportation. So maybe some of you are thinking about upgrading your transportation or changing your transportation, meaning changing how you get around. So maybe parking the vehicle and, or maybe selling the vehicle and biking to work, or purchasing an e-bike or a motorcycle, or like I said, taking up transit instead, or maybe utilizing carpooling systems, but it's changing how you get around your local environment, local vicinity. Again, this is just an example, Pisces. I'm not saying all of these are going to manifest. I'm just throwing out some ideas. Third house is also learning something new. Mars in your second house is also kind of activating that as well. And once Mars moves into the third house, it's sort of like, first of all, rubber meets the road when Mars moves into an earth sign. It's no more talking, it's no more learning, it's no more blowing smoke. It's like, let's get shit done. Let's finally move forward with, you fill in the blank. So skill set is being highlighted here, learning something new. Now you could be going back to school, Pisces, and becoming this student again, learning something new, digesting something new, challenging your mind in new ways. Or you could become the teacher, the mentor, the trainer, the coach, the trainer type of mentality. You downloading your information to someone else. Now, I'm not calling you old, Pisces, but it's sort of like you have the wisdom and knowledge of something, and it's, you know, how are you passing that down to the next generation, so to speak. So anyway, that's another simple example. Third house is also your local community, your local environment. Now, I'm going to get to this in the fourth house, but I'll say this now. Moving, buying, selling real estate could be top of mind, whether it's renting, leasing, letting go of a property, buying a new property, that all this concentration of energy in your second, third, fourth house, and even Jupiter in your fifth house, that is ripe. That is, the energy is here and now. If you're looking at a new community, if you're looking at even just changes in your local environment, you know, some of you, if you're not moving, you could be getting new neighbors or neighborhoods. No, that didn't come out right. Changes in your neighborhood. There we go, Pisces. Sorry, it's been a long day, my friends. But regardless, changes to your local vicinity, your local environment, whatever that means to you. Even if you live in an apartment building, again, people coming and going, changes, even maybe changes to management and how the building is managed. Or if you're in a condo building, changes from that perspective as well could be coming in this month. Third house is also not only transportation, but like gadgets, technology. So if you have to upgrade your laptop, your cell phone, your television, anything techie, or cars too. If you need to, actually, for those of you that need to get a used or new vehicle, really good time to buy with all this energy in the third house. Mercury's direct, personal planets are direct. Yes, Pluto's retrograde, but who cares? He spends half the year in retrograde anyway, and he's in your 12th house. So really good time to buy a new vehicle in the month of May if you have to. Okay, this is not for all of you. New gadgets, new technology. Yes, this is the green light. Go ahead and buy them. Buy your gadgets, buy your devices, Pisces. Really nice energy coming in for that as well. Or anything to do with, you know, making your life easier. Like think smart gadgets, like refrigerators, they're showing me. Like those smart gadgets that like talk back to you. Well, I mean, what doesn't talk back at us nowadays? But you know what I mean? It's like, I think I said it earlier. It's making your life easier, either from a work perspective or a day-to-day living perspective. Like, don't be afraid to utilize that technology, Pisces, and embrace it and lean into it. Hey, maybe that's something you're learning. Maybe that's something you can take on from a learning curve perspective. Third house is social media and how you use social media. With Mars eventually coming in here, maybe some of you will be cutting out platforms, getting rid of platforms that are just not working for you anymore, or taking a break, taking a break. Mars in the third house, I'm just going to give you the heads up. I'll probably talk about it next month too. Your words can be used as weapons, Pisces. Your words can come off really sharp. And, that's not a bad thing. Not the weapon part, but like the way you articulate yourself is going to be very blunt, direct to the point. But just be mindful of that. And I would say gauge your audience. And if you do get into a heated debate with someone, I'm going to say it's not worth it. Take a step back. What is that rule before you fire off that email? Draft it. And I almost guarantee if you wait several hours, or if you can wait till the end of the day or the next day, you'll probably change your tone of that email or that text message or the communication, Pisces. So anyway, I know that's kind of getting into the nitty gritty of things, but it's there. Also, speeding tickets, Mars in the third house, we get a heavy foot on the gas, Pisces. So watch out for that as well. Lots of short trips, traveling in your local vicinity, but again, traveling long distance is highlighted this month too. I'll come back to that once we talk about the full moon in Scorpio. So yeah, lots of energy here, Pisces, with the sun and Mercury in here, and eventually Mars will join the party. And again, fresh new starts in this area of life. Now, once the sun and Mercury move into your fourth house, Venus is in here, but she's going to be hopping into Cancer middle of the month. But this is a focus now on home, family, foundation, security, and what that means to you. So like I mentioned, moving, buying, selling, renovating, changing up your location, whatever that means to you, for you, leasing, renting, vice versa, downsizing, upgrading, whatever the case may be. Venus in the fourth house beautifies your space, beautifies your area, which I like. But with Uranus in here, Pisces, if you haven't already done so, check out the links in the description box below. I made separate videos about all the heavy hitters moving into new territory, but it's going to feel different with the sun and Mercury in here and Venus in here because of Uranus now. And Uranus is in here now 6 years. So I'm going to put it out there, Pisces. I think you're going to move more than once over the next several years, okay? I'm not trying to instill fear or panic, but usually Uranus at the foundation of the sky, you move more than once. It definitely generates a move, but you'll probably move more than once. Or disruptions on the home front, changes on the home front, people coming and going, embracing technology on the home front. Like I said, they were for some reason showing me like one of those smart refrigerators. So it's embracing that type of technology into the household. I'm not telling you to go buy a fridge, Pisces, but you know what I mean? It's like embracing that cool new technology to help you around the house, like the basics around the house. So your family dynamics are going to be in focus and probably up for some change with Uranus in here. If you work from home or work with homes or work in the real estate industry, that is definitely going to be up for some changes, shakeups, wake-ups, highs, lows. That's kind of what Uranus does. Uranus is not a bad planet. He just brings in change. He shakes up and wakes up the area of life that he moves into. Focus is on family dynamics. Focus might be on the past or people coming back around from the past. Extended family members, similar to the third house. Did I mention that? Hopefully I did. Siblings, maybe I didn't. Siblings, cousins, neighbors, neighborhoods could be in focus. I know we talked about the neighborhoods thing, but yeah, sorry. Relatives, siblings, new beginnings for siblings, by the way, that could be a possibility. Or relatives coming back around that you haven't seen in a long time. Extended family members. Roots, property, retirement is also in the fourth house as well, Pisces. So those two busy areas of life could be coming into focus I'm going to say this month and next month, of course. And keep in mind, everything I talked about the fourth house, Uranus downstairs here, he's going to be shaking up and waking up this area of life for a really long time. And with these personal planet activations, it starts now. Like it's starting this month. So this is just the beginning, Pisces. Just the beginning. Okay, let's jump upstairs to the top of your sky. Let's shift gears here. So right off the hop, beginning of May, we have a full moon in Scorpio at 11 degrees. So Pisces, I like this for you because this is bringing in harmonious energy into your first house, or planets, placements, whatever you're watching for right now. Full moons are endings, culmination points, next chapters. I think did I say this already? Without an ending, you can't have a new beginning, and vice versa. There's always changes each and every month that these lunations bring, cycles. Think back to November, December. Something that was initiated back then could be coming to a culmination point this month or in June. But again, this isn't a light switch energy. This is like a progressive sort of energy, Pisces, but it could be kind of like the final straw type of energy. So it could go either way. It just depends on how this is personally hitting your birth chart. So the ninth house I love, as I mentioned, travel is really highlighted, either local travel or international travel or both. You know, traveling for pleasure, for fun, for entertainment, with your family, with your friends, with your loved one, romantic getaway, business, whatever the case may be, Pisces. I would just say though, my logical sense taps in here. You know, we all know there's some interesting things happening on the planet. So if you are traveling, try to travel to places that you are familiar with. If you're traveling somewhere unknown or new, just make sure you have your paperwork in order. Make sure you have, your T's crossed, your I's dotted. Go with somebody else. Don't go alone, I would say. I'm not trying to scare you or doom and gloom you. That's just logical common sense that I'm kind of bringing in here. Also, Mars, again, in your communication sector. So opposing the ninth house energy. Again, don't get into arguments with border agents. Don't let your ego take over. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. Because Mars can do that, unfortunately, especially when you're traveling abroad. So again, I don't want to sound like an old hen here, but I just want to put that out there, kind of like be forewarned about that kind of energy. It doesn't mean travel is off the menu forever, my friends. It just means have your wits about you, travel with other people, travel in groups, and if you can, go to familiar places and just use your common sense, my friends. You out of all signs, use your spidey senses, okay? You're very intuitive, so use your spidey senses, your intuition there. So ninth house is also, as we talked about, educational pursuits, learning something new, going back to school, higher education, teaching, mentoring, coaching. This is also publishing, by the way, like blogging, publishing, social media, like getting yourself out there, putting yourself out there. For those of you interested, reaching a higher, wider audience could be a possibility this month. Because either or, reaching a international audience is highlighted, but also reaching a local audience is highlighted as well. So if you own a business, run a business, maybe something to think about. Tailor it, market it to a different audience maybe, or whatever that means to you. Or look at different marketing strategies as well. Okay, what else? Dealing with people from all over the globe, and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone around this time might be highlighted this month, Pisces, as well. Okay, let's jump to this full moon in Sagittarius. So this is happening now at the end of the month. So it could manifest before the 31st or after the 31st. Like I said, this energy will take us into June. 9 degrees. So Pisces, do you have anything at 9 degrees? If you do, this is adding in that additional layer. So if it's your rising sign, there might need to be conversations in your relationships, marriage, business, love, common law, your family, your friends, your loved ones, anyone really. Anything to do with your one-to-one connections. Maybe a contract is up. Maybe it's time to renegotiate something. Health and well-being could be coming into focus as well. If it's your sun sign, it's the career, which I'll come back to in a second. If it's the moon sign, again, it's home, family, foundation. So top of the sky full moons is your status is changing, Pisces. Is it going to happen today? Is it going to happen overnight? Maybe, maybe not. So what do I mean by status? Is, well, going from single to in a relationship, going from common law to married, going from dating someone, seeing someone, to suddenly moving in with someone. Because this is rapid fire energy, Pisces, because it's happening with your big angles here. Your 10th and 4th house are being illuminated. So anything at the big angles makes squares to you, Pisces. So that's what I mean. Squares they're going to make you move. Trines do not do that. And sextiles, they can do that, but we have to initiate that. We have to take that leap of faith. Squares are like, boom, no, something happens. You initiate something, someone else initiates something. You have to respond, react, do something. So, and this is a very public part of your sky, Pisces. So this is like, to me, a pretty big deal, moving in with someone, taking the next step with someone, changing your career, changing jobs, shuffling duties and responsibilities in your business, maybe, or pulling the pin at work and finally getting that side hustle up and running, or taking a leave of absence so you can work on your side hustle and get that up and running, and you're giving yourself a time frame, like, okay, 6 months from now, I'm going to do XYZ. Utilize that 3rd house energy of communication, of networking, of social media, platforms, putting yourself out there, Pisces. So I could definitely see that type of energy. For those of you going through a separation, again, this is not for all of you, but for those of you going through a separation, I'm hoping this full moon in Sagittarius is like the nail in the coffin, and it's finally done and over with. The paperwork gets signed, you can finally move on. They start a new life, you start a new life, you go your separate ways. So that's how I'm also seeing this energy too. Let's see here. Mother, father, authority figures are also being highlighted here. So changes, maybe some of you get a new manager, a new boss, or your boss's boss's boss, like changes at the top of the food chain. Changes in your parents' lives, if they're still with us, or grandparents' lives, or again, something to do with work, life, home balance. Something this month could happen either on the home front that impacts the career, or impacts the job, or impacts your business, or vice versa. Something on the work front, the career front, your status impacts the home life. So I can see it going either way, Pisces. So big changes this month could be starting for you. And again, nothing scary, nothing bad. It's kind of like that mentality, chop wood, carry water. Again, this could be you initiating the change or somebody else, and you got to react, you got to respond, you got to show up, you got to do your thing, Pisces. So again, hopefully some of these examples that I threw at you resonated, gives you something to sort of think about with your day to day. But just know that, everything that I nattered off there, it doesn't mean all of it is going to come true. I'm just giving you some examples here. Otherwise, Pisces, enjoy the month of May, and we will see you back here in June. Bye for now.